Welcome.
Hello.
Jesus fucking Christ. Welcome to Buying on Pickup. I'm your host, Jamie Chaos, and with me, as always, is the always late Anie Lace. I told her that, so that's what I was going to say earlier, and she was like, that's mean. Well, too fucking bad, lady. That you were late.
Hi.
You completely forgot the thing you were going to say, huh?
You went too fast. I couldn't keep up.
You can say it now.
You started talking about me being late, and I forgot.
Say it. Jesus, so we can move on.
I don't remember what it was. I'll think of it next time.
Jesus Christ. All right. Wasn't it something like, never mind. There's a play on the bind, whatever. All right, guys.
It's the Bind on Pickup podcast. Or are you going to pick me up and bind me?
There you go. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, we butchered that intro just like our own podcast. Well, because you didn't even remember you were going to say it. All right. What is up, guys?
So, you just talked too loud.
You talk too loud. Guys, let me know how audio is sounding over in your end. I know. So one of the things I noticed from last episode was that my gain was far too high in the mic. So it was causing some issues with the audio sound. So I tried to clean that up. And then we've got Annie set up in the other room, which honestly, the background looks great for how little time you had to get that set up. So.
Oh, and it's Jamie's side of the bed too. So
it is my side of bed. I had to get rid of a bunch of laundry. It was something special. All right, guys. So I have a bit of a run of show here, some things that we can talk about, but I had some things kind of on the top of my mind. And I do want to say, I was going to make a tweet about this earlier, but I feel like a lot of couples, when they're going to bed, they kind of sit there, they might say goodnight, give a peck on the cheek. I don't think that they lay in bed, extremely chatty, staying up late, talking about and bitching about games. I don't know.
You're probably right.
This fucking last night, we're just up. We're like, we really need to go to bed, and we end up staying up for like an hour bitching about something. Not about what we're going to talk about today, though. So one of the things that I thought would be kind of cool to talk about, and something that we've noticed recently, is that it seems like a lot of MMOs are kind of starting to gravitate towards ARPGs. And I don't hate that, because I think I would consider myself a RPG player first. I think I've learned that through following, for those of you guys that are new, haven't followed us for a long time. We had a podcast originally called Tangents Creation, because we followed Ashes Creation. And there's a lot of systems that Ashes is going for that kind of suits like that old school MMO feel. And I'm starting to think maybe that's not for me.
Same, bro, same.
Because like, I know, like, so obviously the game is in alpha, but a lot of the time you're spending, 12 hours in voice chat with people, like really the only way that you can play. And I'm someone who I like, especially one of the things I really enjoy about WoW or other games is that you're almost, how do I say this? Your gear acquisition is on you. Like, it is up to you to go out, do the shit you need to do. We're going to get together and raid. I've always really liked that way of doing things. So I'm looking at like a lot of these old MMO systems. So I'm looking at, say, Pantheon Online, Monsters of Memory. A lot of these games that I believe are almost like they want to bring the social aspect back, but I think the way they're trying to do that is by forced grouping. And I'm curious how you feel about that, Annie, because I know, like, anytime that we tried to group in games, you squirrel. I squirrel really bad from location to location, but I swear to God that you're just gone. You just walk away and you're somewhere else. I have no idea where the fuck you are.
I can be a little bit of a lone wolf, so I don't know. I don't really do well in like a group environment. Like, I'll chill and I'll be there, but I get bored because I get a little shy, I think. So then I tend to go wander off and find ways to entertain myself.
Well, it was so fun because I was thinking back to like one of the times that we were playing New World. It was you, myself, Nuke, and Arthas, and we're running around. And then next thing I know, I'm like, where the fuck did Annie go? And like, you're just off somewhere, starting trouble and like starting PvP with some random stranger.
I didn't mean to.
You need to tell that story now.
Gosh, it was a while ago. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think I was just looking at the character and I clicked on him. I don't really remember exactly how it happened, but somehow I was an archer and I fired an arrow at him. And
Just-
I was like, oh shit. I was like, oops. Like I fired one arrow and then I like stopped and then like chilled. And then this guy just like goes balls to the walls and runs over and like murders the hell out of me. And then I like respawned and I was like, oh well that was silly. And then this guy like starts tracking me down and like murdering me. And then you guys came over and made his life hell. And I was just like, I wasn't trying to kill you.
Yeah, she does.
I was like, I didn't even kill him. I shot him with one arrow. Like,
well, that's what's funny too, because it ends up being, I think it was Nuke and I and Arthas too. We started like chasing this dude, and then I think Nuke and I just kept going, and we're like, we probably don't need to chase this guy down. I want to shout out, thank you, Armor Monkey, for the sub. But yeah, so going back to group and going
very
off and stuff.
Arrow, yes.
Because I know for you, it kind of comes down to like this social anxiety thing, whereas there's more and more people, the less you want to be in that, right? Because like, obviously, if we're in a dungeon with like 5 people, we've never...
I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a very outgoing personality. And I think conversation, like the hierarchy of conversation, I tend to be more submissive. So if other people are talking, like I don't have it in me to really like interrupt other people to say what I have to say. So I just stay quiet. That's just how it is.
Which that was one of the things with like that style of gameplay where I'm like, dude, I love playing games with you. Obviously, bind on pickup. Annie is, I'm soulbound. Like she's my bind on pickup. That's where the name of the show comes from. And like, that's my favorite thing to do is to play.
I'm your pick up and bind me.
I got to pick her up and bind her. Like Annie is my favorite person to play games with. So we play a lot of games together. So like, if there is a game where I can't play with her or like there's our levels of, just roadblocks that make it really difficult to play games with Annie. Like it starts to sour the experience greatly, for me, which was one of those things where I don't know how I'm tying this back to ARPGs. Originally, that's where this is going. Guys, our old show was Tangents, and it's not in this name. I think I'm going to have to put like a really tiny thing that says Tangents underneath bind on pickup, because this is going to go all over the place. But bringing this back to ARPGs, one of the things...
We named it, the other one was named what it was, so you guys had the disclaimer right in the...
That is true.
Of it, that we go on tangents. But I mean, I don't know. This isn't necessarily tied to any one topic. It's just us. Yeah,
that was something I want to let you guys know too. Like we might be talking about WoW because that's the thing we're playing a lot. But if there's other games we're going to be touching, so we're going to be diving into PoE or anything.
I even asked Jamie earlier. I was like, so when are we going to talk about like not game stuff?
Well, that's going to be on you. You're going to have to put that effort in together, because we're going to still be doing our cooking streams. We plan on doing those. Like I said, we got a Halloween stream coming up soon, so we're going to do that. But I want to kind of dive into this whole thing where I'm seeing a trend with MMOs recently, and this is going back to that whole play style, right? MMOs are starting to move towards being what I think are large scale ARPGs. You saw it with the rebrand with New World. This Legion remix thing that we've been doing with WoW fucking turns that up to 11. It basically makes it like a Diablo like, and I'm not hating it. But I'm noticing that more and more modern MMOs are pulling in ARPG like aspects into the game, where I feel like the things that people really, I can't say it's a huge group of people. I don't know what the market looks like for wanting your 1999 to early 2000s MMOs. Like, I feel like it is a very limited player base that is actually interested in games like Pantheon, Ashes, Monsters of Memory, like all of these games, especially as the some of their systems just kind of feel like they're kind of stuck in 1999, which is fine. But I feel like that demographic is starting to age out, where like you have a lot of people that ARPGs are having,
because
like
they're all getting boomer hands now.
they are all getting boomer hands. But
our reaction time is slowing down, guys. We're getting old.
You've seen this massive explosion of action ARPGs, especially with the isometric ARPGs. So those are like Diablo, that's PoE. You even had, what was some of the other ones that came out? You had, oh my God, I can't think of the name now. It was almost like a Souls-like. It was a very slow-paced one. Wicked something. I can't remember the name of it. God damn it. What was the name of the game?
Sorry, I dropped the hint again. What was
I
the
can't.
clues?
It was very Souls like. I want to say it was Wicked something. Oh my god, hold on.
Elden Ring?
ARPG. No, but that is. God, why can't I think of the name? No Rest for the Wicked. That was the other one. I didn't end up playing it, but that was another one that kind of blew up. But yes, you have games like Elden Ring that kind of fall into that action. They're the ARPG, right? Action ARPG, and you kind of see this explosion of them. And New World basically rebranded as an ARPG. And if you guys take a look at this the new season that they're putting out, I mean, they've got procedurally generated dungeons. They've started to add classes. They're adding a lot more fantasy into it. It's smaller group content, and it's kind of interesting because like I feel like because we have so many options now that I don't know if a 1999 style MMO is going to land with a broad audience.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty goddamn sure. Yeah. Let's see. They're concentrating more on the group hardcore numbers game instead of most people like building customization, achievements, and collecting tools. Right. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that one of the things that I really enjoy about what we've been doing with Legion Remix is literally it's just collecting. I fucking love collecting things. I know Annie loves collecting things.
Kind of my jam. That's like all I'm trying to get right now is the mounts out of Legion Remix.
But that was the thing too. So if you look over at like New World, when they started redoing their stuff, like they added classes and they started adding a lot more RPG elements. Because I feel like there's a much larger population that wants that RPG feel. And when I look at some of these old school MMOs, I feel like they almost lose the RPG side of it. It seems like they're very focused on gameplay and they want these certain loops. But I feel like if you can't get your players to feel immersed, because that was one of the things like with my WoW character, like when I get behind my WoW character, I'm in the game. I am my character. I'm in there. I'm getting lost. I'm like, there are times where I will straight up just have my dragon flying going. Like I just love flying and existing in the world. Like, I don't know if you do that, but like, I literally will just, it'll be like, I should be going to bed. And I'm just like laying there and I'm like flying around. And it's just so fun to do.
You're taking all the screenshots.
You got to be a little bit closer to your mic or turn it up.
How's that?
That's good.
I think it's just hard for you to hear me over yourself.
No, that was perfect. Okay. You were cutting out. That was what the problem was. Yeah. I think you need to angle your mic up slightly.
Oh my God.
Don't let it tip over though. Let's see. The environment is more important. Is more important of character? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I'm my character. I'm getting lost. Heard. Well, that's the thing though. Like I need to have investment in my character. Like especially my WoW tune. I have so much fucking history with that tune that like it's home.
That's like what is it? Enshrouded or whatever. Like the game itself was good, but I just didn't like the female body type, I guess. I didn't like the characters to start with. They were kind of weird proportions and whatever. But then on top of that, it was like the armor for all the females was just the male armor, but on the female.
Like that they look
not
like
made
dudes.
to look. Yeah, like it's like no matter what you did, you still looked like a dude. And I was like, okay, like I'm not digging this. I was like, I want some sort of designation between the two. Well, everything just looked like a paper bag.
Well, that's been something cool kind of going through Legion Remix is like it's just that thing just drips with flavor. Like it just drips with flavor. And I'm like, oh my God, like my character right now, I've got this badass fucking transmog. I'm loving it. I like I said, I think we've said this before that we're kind of into like light RP.
Oh,
like,
and WoW is starting to add some more revealing female armors.
The sluts are back, guys.
Male
sluts are back.
Yay. I know I shamelessly spent like $70 today on transmogs in the store.
And he's fucking wailing. It's weird.
Well, so, okay, no, hang on. They were both made by one artist in particular that seems like she's actually going the direction of making cool looking female armors. And I was like, you know what? I want to put some money towards this to kind of help support these packs in
right,
particular.
Yes, make more of these packs.
Show them that we want more of this coming. Yeah. Yeah, or titties. We all want to see them.
Well, it's funny because before you got that, I actually started following her on Twitter. Like I've been trying to look up a lot of the different artists, because this is actually something that I was going to bring up, is that you see a lot of these newer MMOs that are being made, and I feel like they're kind of moving way too much towards like some type of realistic style, which ends up not translating very well to me for fans. Like if you look at New World originally, where they had the Conquistador, you had these wood forts, it was pretty generic and boring. Like it really was. And then you watch this new trailer that they've got for, I think it's Darkhaven. And I'm like, what fucking game is this? It looked really fucking cool. And so then if you look on, say, like World of Warcraft, a lot of their characters, it's a cartoony style, but because it's been able to exist for 21 plus years, they're now able to do high res. They're doing high res everything. They're basically upscaling a lot of their old gear, so it's got a nice crisp look. And I think it's 4K monitor that she just got. It looks sick as fuck. It is popping. It looks really nice. Whereas like, sorry, the reason that I'm going on this is that World of Warcraft does something that's kind of cool. Is that, and you won't notice this unless you're really looking at the environment. A lot of their environment is designed asymmetrically. There is not a straight line in the game. Like if you go around and you look at like the like cobblestones or whatever, there's a bunch of imperfections, and it's done on purpose. One of these things that it does is it creates this organic feeling to it, where there's a lot of these newer MMOs where it feels like you just have boxes set on top of terrain. And this was something I had an issue with when we were playing Conan Exiles. I tried to hide this when I made my builds, just putting shrubs or something around it, because when you had the buildings, it looked like a fucking shoebox just sitting on top of the environment, but not being melded into the environment. And I feel like this common issue with these MMOs that are trying to have this more realistic look is that because it doesn't look right, it doesn't look realistic enough, it ends up not looking as good as I feel like it could if they went with some type of stylized art style. I don't know.
Right. Well, and it ages better too when you have more, because I think the problem you run into when people or developers, I guess, make a more realistic styled game is it makes it like they just don't age well over time as technology gets better and things get more real, like able to look more realistic. And then the older stuff, everything starts to kind of fall into that uncanny valley where you just look at it and it's like your brain just hates it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys know what the uncanny valley is, but you should look that up and you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like any old game, like I'm thinking, what, like Age of Camelot or any of those that kind of had a bit more of like a realistic.
So yeah, Dark Age of Camelot had it.
Yeah.
EverQuest kind of a bit. EverQuest 2, I think, kind of aged all right, but it still had. It's interesting just looking at these because it's any of the ones that kind of try to do a more realistic style that don't have some type of artistic twist to it, right? Like you can have like we were talking about this before, is that there's a lot of Korean games.
Yeah, the Korean, because the anime style is kind of timeless, so those tend to age well. But again, it's a style. And like, well, in like Minecraft obviously is like bare bones graphics, but that's gonna age well, I guess, because it was aged to start with looking, I guess. And then I'm thinking like obviously World of Warcraft is a big one as far as stylized art goes. And even RuneScape, I guess, to an extent, like they're more cartoony, and also oh god, what is that game? I'm drawing a blank. It starts with the one that everybody's playing that where you can do the farming and stuff. Everything looks
Palia?
Cartoony.
Palia,
no,
right?
not Palia.
No.
Oh god, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on it.
When you can do farming.
We've played it together. You have your island. Your hideout is on an island.
Albion Online. Yes, Albion Online.
I was like, it starts with an A. And again, like they have stylized graphics, and that's gonna be like 10 years from now looking just fine.
Well, okay. Some people brought Stardew Valley, but yeah, Stardew Valley has this very what is it? It's got the 16 pixel, whatever, 8-bit. It's got the 8-bit art style. So like it has something there that sets it apart. But yeah, so we were talking about last time we were talking about some of the Korean MMOs, and you're right. It's your character might eventually kind of look. It's weird. I don't know why, you get such pretty characters in like Korean ARPGs or MMOs. And then you get these like amazing looking monsters, but they feel so disconnected from each other. Like my character never feels like it exists next to these things.
Yeah. It's kind of ultimately two different art styles, because the monsters, they go a lot more like realistic high fantasy with them. And obviously they have that for their, depending on the game, of course, too. But the monsters don't have oversized eyes like the characters do, or like more, a lot of times they have
They kind of like
features with their noses or whatever. So anime in itself has exaggerated features of the human face, but the monsters don't. So that's why it feels imbalanced.
Right. It feels like it's not continuing like its own like art style.
Which, I mean, obviously it's different per game, but I'm thinking like Final Fantasy is one of those that's doesn't quite fall into that.
I tried so hard to get into Final Fantasy, and I couldn't do it. But that's another one too. Like our like Final Fantasy does have like that anime art style that I think I feel like they're due for probably some type of refresh. I haven't got far into the game though, so it might be just the early content, because I know Guild Wars 2 is like that, where like the early stuff kind of looks like shit, but as you progress and get future expansions,
I don't think I've ever actually played any of the Final Fantasy games.
It is rough. It is. When I tried to play it, there was a cutscene like every 2 seconds, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Vladis actually sent me a video that it was WoW players moving into Final Fantasy, and I'll have to show you that later because it's fucking hilarious. Speaking of which, reacting to videos, I will be doing Coffee with Chaos tomorrow. I think what I want to do is there was a video that kind of goes over a lot of the WoW class changes, like all 40 specs. I might watch that. I'm not sure yet what we're going to pick, but if you guys have a video you'd like me to check out, I know Idle has a new MMO video out. We might watch that. So guys, let me know if
I love his videos.
I think, oh shit. I lost the button. Hold on. I don't know. I think I changed it over in that. So this link might not work. That link does not work. Okay. So I believe it is, oh my God, I updated it somewhere. If you guys want, you can head over to the Discord. I'll try to find a link and pop that in there. I got to update that. If you guys want, you can drop an idea over in the general chat over the Discord, what you guys would want me to watch and react to. We can sit down, hang out, and do that. Let me just copy that. You guys can go ahead, hit this link. I'll also send that over to YouTube for you guys over there watching. You can go and hit that. Go ahead and join. All right. Now that I'm off of that. And now I'm confused. I forgot what we were talking about. Art styles. This wasn't even on the, this is what I mean. This is great. This wasn't even on the thing I had. Okay.
We're just talking about whatever.
We're just riffing. We're just going, guys. All right. So I did want to kind of move this in towards talking a bit though about, if I can find my goddamn notes. So obviously, honestly, I don't know how we got art styles. That was fun. So we're kind of talking about the ARPG thing, right? So a lot of things moving into becoming a bit more like feeling a bit more like ARPGs. So you're getting like a lot of different gear drops. I think we had talked about this too. Or one of the things I like currently, we'll shift over kind of talking about some of the Legion Remix stuff, is right now, every time that you complete a quest in Legion Remix, you're getting a box, right? And that box contains a piece of gear, and that gear might not be good for you, but you can scrap it down and turn it into bronze. I love PoE 2. Like that, I got obsessed with it when this most recent season came out. And we were kind of talking about this, is that it'd be really cool if in an MMO, and I realized that WoW kind of put an ascension system in, but I'm getting all over the place here. Like having something where, yes, you get these trash drops and then you can turn it into some type of material, right? Like obviously either some type of deconstruction or getting that and using that towards making something better. Because I think PoE 2 does a really, really good job with their crafting system. I don't know if a lot of people realize that PoE 2 has a crafting system, but essentially you're looking for either a normal or rare base, and you're trying to craft that up in a normal or magic base, and you're trying to craft that up into like a rare, right? And you're trying to get the right affixes on them. And I love that. And what it does is you create this economy where people are looking for specific stats so they can work on their builds. And I'm like, the first MMO that really figures out how to do itemization on gear where it's customizable like that, that's going to be huge. And I would love to see, and that's where, like I said, like a lot of MMOs seem like they're starting to steal from ARPGs, steal that system. Some MMO needs to steal really cool affixes on gear. Don't do this fucking stupid shit where it's like, oh, this gives you a little bit extra health. This gives you that. Like, they're boring. Like, a lot of games are fucking boring.
Yeah, I hate it.
I think WoW's actually been doing a really good job with, like, dude, there was with Legion Remix, they added a fucking active block to the game. They added a fucking active block on the, I think it was the Mage Tree. If you walk backwards, you put a shield up. Not only are you absorbing damage, but you're also doing damage. I was like, dude, put that in the game as a fucking ability. I think that would be awesome. But also, there's a lot of cool things with, like, when we did Liberation of Undermine, one of my, like, there was a really awesome ability on the shield. Like, it seems like they're starting to move abilities, not just on having tier sets having them, which, by the way, kind of cool. New World is getting tier sets. So they're trying to work on their itemization in their game, which is fucking awesome. Again, the more these games steal from ARPGs, I think the better off these games are going to be. But I really like that. Like I said, there was a lot of itemization that's happening on WoW weapons. There was a fucking, on my death knight, I had a use ability, like a trinket, on my weapon. I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never had a weapon in WoW that did that. Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have anything to input on this side of conversation.
Oh, I mean, I think you covered pretty much all of it. I like interesting stats.
No, totally. Yeah, I was going to say, you need to talk about it a bit, because I know you actually care about itemization and getting decent stats, right? Because we've tested other games, we played other games where it was boring. It was, hey, this gives you to your agility, this is that, but it's like there was nothing interesting about the gear.
Yeah. I mean, World of Warcraft is definitely generic when it comes to what you get from your gear for the most part. I think the only thing that really consistently gives you something different is your trinkets. Will give you either abilities or some sort of passive or whatever. And it does seem like they've made a little bit of a shift with that, but as far as I know, the things in Legion do the rings do it too, or is it still just the trinkets?
The rings do it too. Abilities? Yeah, the rings are giving them, necklaces are giving them. I'm like, steal this and put this in retail.
I think it's fun. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I like to be able to, which I guess I'll start with, I can understand why in MMOs it's not common or seen really at all, is because it's hard to balance. And when you have massively multiplayer games, you don't want people to be able to get as overpowered as they do in ARPGs, because they tend to be faction based or, whatever. So it's probably just a huge balancing headache for the devs to try and deal with all these extra builds that people can make. And they kind of want to keep things a bit more streamlined so they can keep a better eye on it. But that being said, I like when, like, you get a piece of gear that increases your lightning damage or your cold damage, or like adds bleeds to your weapon, or things like that. Like, it's add flavor, and that's what I like, is being able to add flavor to my build. And then that way, when you get a piece of gear that matches with kind of the direction you're trying to bring your build, like, it's just that much more exciting when you're like, oh my goodness, like I got an upgrade and it's gonna increase like my cold damage, which is great with this ability that I'm using. And I think going back to like World of Warcraft, it's kind of, your abilities just are what they are. There's not really much flavor to add outside of what your abilities are in that game. But I think other MMOs that are trying to develop, like, you have that opportunity to go that route. And It's kind of a shame that a lot of them don't, like I don't want to just be a ranger that only uses nature abilities. Let me be able to choose what I want my flavor to be with my ranger. Like, if I want to have ice or fire or whatever, so yeah,
that is one of the cool things with like PoE, because you can do that. You can kind of pick and like, okay,
yeah, and that's what's been really cool. Is in PoE I was doing I made an Amazon, so they're supposed to use the spear, but I'm stubborn and I like the bow, so I had the spear for a couple, like adding bleeds up front, and then I'd like jump back, and it was fun. But anyway, I'd have my bow, and but I had like a a bleed and ice build thing going. So I would freeze my enemies and then like put all these bleeds on them, and then they'd just be frozen, bleeding to death, and then they'd explode to shards, and then freeze the other enemies. And like it, it was really fun for a bit. And then I think I wasn't quite paying attention to my passive tree as much as I needed to, and I didn't really have a direction, I guess, when I was building it. So now that I'm getting upper level, I'm kind of struggling a little bit, but it was really fun while it was going.
So I want to say that Posh AJ Dev was saying there's a couple MMOs that do interesting abilities on gear, but they always seem to be locked behind a set bonus. Yeah, I know, because ESO, I know they've got a bunch of different set bonuses. WoW, obviously, you have your tier set bonuses. I will say one of the cool things that WoW is starting to do is to have they gave us some with our hero talents, right? And I think it was a good first pass to kind of like make you feel a bit different, but I don't feel like they went hard enough into what a hero talent is. I almost feel like the hero talents in WoW should almost push your build to being distinctly different if you go that path. I know they have Apex talents coming in Midnight, which I think are going to add even more of that. But I think the more customization, the more build options that you get, the more engaging and better that feels. Because I do feel like MMOs are kind of in a spot, and you brought this up, that you can't go super crazy with like the builds, but I feel like there needs to be less homogenization within classes themselves to allow more diverse builds within a specific, even with like WoW with a spec, but even like classes themselves. I think there's some games that we've kind of looked at, they're developing now, and it's kind of like, that's it. That's all the class kit is. Like that kind of feels, it's not feeling great. But and like I said, like the more I think that MMOs can move towards that ARPG and steal off, because like I said, ARPGs are fucking booming, guys. It is like the golden age of ARPGs. Where was another one too? It was survival games too. Yes, steal from survival games. People like to build shit, which we'll get into this later in the show. There's some cool shit coming to WoW that involves building and making things, and I'm excited for it. Let's see. Imagine they combine classes for hero talents, so you get rogue plus warrior equals blade master. If we could get multi-classing, that would be disgusting. That would be so.
Wasn't there an MMO recently that was doing something along?
Were we originally following an MMO that talked about potentially doing that shit, and we haven't seen it after 8 or 9 years of development?
I was gonna say too, that was one of the things that I kind of found a bit underwhelmed with, I guess, was the classes and Ashes of Creation. And granted, we haven't seen any of the archetypes or any, nothing like that. It's just been like the base classes. But I think ultimately, like the classes themselves are okay. You do kind of feel like like every single ranger is a ranger, they all have pretty much the same abilities up to level 25 or whatever it is. And with hopes that that will change once you are able to introduce a second class. But it was like, there was so much excitement with us being able to have a weapon, like a weapon tree. And
yeah, dude, that was such a huge disappointment.
I think so many of us were like, oh, well, like there's going to be so much customization you can add to your class, and like, blah, blah, blah. And like, who knows, maybe there will be, because it's still an alpha, but with the way things are heading, it seems like there's things that's just how they're going to be. And I think the weapon tree is kind of one of them.
What sucks is when you see them working on the UI to update the UI for certain aspects, and you're like, fuck, that's right, not going away.
Like, I guess the way I had pictured the weapon tree being was more, and it does add like bleeds or more physical damage or like, whatever, or like a stun or things like that. But like, I was looking for, I guess, like elemental abilities too, to be able to add like fire or poison or whatever.
See, that's where affixes come in, because that's where like put it on the gear itself. Put the effects on the fucking gear. Make me want to chase gear items because they have those abilities on them, right? Like I don't.
And then one thing that also drove me crazy was like you'd get a weapon drop, and it was your ranger, and it's a magic bow, and you're like, great. Well, that would have been an upgrade for me, but I'm like a slave to only being able to do physical damage because magic doesn't do shit for me, you know, like, and like that was something that I didn't like at all. Was that the weapon types were either magic or physical. And then I didn't ever play any of like do the weaponry for any of the magic weapons. But like I was kind of hoping that you wouldn't just be stuck only having abilities on your weapon tree that like are for a physical weapon versus magic. I'm assuming is all like for a magic weapon, that you'd be able to kind of cross pollinate that a little bit and make your weapon kind of tailor the way you wanted your build to be. You know, like I said, adding some sort of like elemental damage or things like that. And I think some of the weapons did have actual attributes on them that would add stuff later down the line, but I can't remember for sure.
I think too. So you and I are very big on wanting fantasy in the games we're playing. And if you look at what Blizzard did with Legion Remix and the changes to the artifact weapons that give you abilities like actual, like slap it on your bar. If you go down the fell tree, you can summon a Doom Guard.
Right. Yeah. Right. No, now that you're saying that, that's actually a lot more how I was picturing the weapon tree was being able to like get abilities off of your weapon that were special and unique to that weapon tree if you chose that path. Like you have what is it, the 4 different branches or whatever.
Yeah, I think they've got, is it 4 or 5? We there's the Fell, Arcane, Storm, Holy. Is there one more? I think there's another one.
Something like that. And I mean, I think it'd be cool too if it was kind of like a randomized tree where you like a weapon drops and you pick it up and it's got whatever RNG gods gave you on that weapon for you to choose from. Obviously within reason. But so that way, not all swords have the same tree, not all bows have the same tree. Like there's a little bit of variation that could go with it. So that's definitely a lot more what I was expecting with the weapon trees on how it was supposed to be for Ashes. And I think, honestly, maybe World of Warcraft thought that too. And then they decided to do it and did it better.
Dude, I did not, because WoW is superior. Yeah, dude, it's so good. Especially like the fucking the Legion Remix weapon tree has just been so fucking fun to play with, because I've been swapping out. One thing I wish they would have let us do is to mix and match a bit, like kind of, but they do cascade and like work off of each other. But it would have been fun to kind of like have at least 2 trees to kind of go down. But let us fucking blow the shit up. You know what I mean? But like it's imagine weapon trees more like ESO. I'd have to pull up the ESO. I can't remember the weapon trees in ESO.
So long. It's been so long since we played ESO. I know they have it. I just don't really remember much about it.
I think where Ashes is kind of stuck though is because they have the whole open world PvP thing that you can't make things too interesting on that side because
see, and that's what I meant with not being able to add too much flavor to the class, because it's a balancing nightmare for the
devs. You can't make them too strong, right? Which WoW is gets a bit, because they're separate, right? You have instanced PvE content, you have instanced PvP, you also have the war mode, so you can't do open world. But however, the reason they split that, and you're using 2 different gear sets, so it's like you could kind of do whatever the fuck you want on the PvE side if you really wanted to. Like if you weren't worried about how crazy strong people were going to get in Mythic Plus and Mythic, like they could go ham and do wild shit and not care about balance. Although I will say, WoW players are going to bitch and moan if my DPS is 10% slight, or not, if my DPS is 3% lower than the top one, I'm going to cry about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're going to have, it's always been that, like, because it does have this kind of culture of like, I'm playing the wrong spec because I'm this low, but it's like, if you realize that 75% of players are worse than the 1-button rotation. Go ahead.
They're getting rid of DPS meters.
They're making their own. They're going to add their own. It's not working currently in the alpha, but they are adding their own DPS meter.
I was going to say ignorance is bliss.
I'm going to say though, like, I'll go for more of ahead of the curve. I'm not, and I don't really care for Mythic Plus. So I'm not really ever looking at DPS meters as much as like if I were going to try to be competitive. I think DPS meters are really good at like a competitive level, so you can make sure everyone is hitting what they need to hit. But for like right now for heroic, it doesn't really feel like even when I'm like setting up raids, I don't really feel like I have a need to look at DPS meters. And I think if WoW can design encounters that don't just require DPS, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to with like a lot of these add-on changes, is that I hope they do creative shit with like, not every fight has to just be a fight. You know what I mean? Like you can do other things that are still fun to do and mechanically challenging, but you don't have to make it so it's always just, do we have enough DPS to just mow this down? Like I would like to see, except what is that fucking one? Is it the Argus raid where you have that life binder chick? I can't remember the name of the fight, but you have to protect her and then you got to kill the ads and jump up on the ship. That one sucks.
You have to, like, protect the tree or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, don't put that in. That one sucks. I don't ever want to do that again.
That's annoying. Yeah,
it's coming up too. It's going to be
waves of enemies and be going up into the ship. Yeah, well, hey, at least we kind of know how to do it now, because even when you had to go back to get transmogs as like a level, like
I do know how to do it now. Yeah,
you still have to do the freaking mechanics, because if you don't do the mechanics on that one on Mythic, you'd like fail every time.
All right. Posh was saying that you get fireball by speccing into fire staves, so magic weapons give magic actives, and sword would give you physical actives. See, that's cool too. Like I'm not. I do have to throw this out there though. I'm not the biggest fan of my weapons changing my abilities. It might just be me though. I don't mind that so much in PoE too though, but I do mind it in MMOs. I like the way that WoW's kind of set up. I liked Ash's kit kind of like, I like the way Arcade was. I like that style where my skill tree is giving my skills, but I do like getting some bits off of like my weapons and stuff.
See, I'm kind of the opposite, because I like getting like the base skill. For example, like you have a snipe ability or whatever, and then your weapon is like frost imbued, so now your snipe does frost damage and it has like a frost effect now. Like I like that stuff. And then if you want to do like, you have like a fire weapon or whatever that you switch to.
Well, see, okay,
you want to add fire ability.
So I do like gear and weapons causing modifiers to your current skills.
Right,
like
that's
cool.
I was thinking, modifier.
Yeah, that I like, but I don't. It's one of the reasons I had a hard time with Guild Wars 2 and a hard time with Throne Liberty is I don't like when my weapon changes what I have available in my kit. Like I like to have my class defines what's in my kit. I think New World was the same way. Like I like that my class defines my kit, but I do like to get extra flavor from any of the gear and things that I would pick up along the way. I was at Hellspawn was saying, I mean, people tend to complain when they go mechanic heavy or DPS, at least from what I've seen. That's true. There's no appeasing everybody.
That's like the people who complain about the cold when it's winter and complain about the heat when it's summer.
That's true. You can't make anyone happy. For ESO, it was a combination since you have racial. Yes, I did like I ESO. I didn't have a hard time playing through. I actually liked ESO quite a bit. I love their morph system. Their morph system was really fucking cool. Arcade also had a really cool. It was it ancestral? I can't remember what the system was, but it was the same thing where you could kind of modify ability to be slightly different. Arcade, I think, had one of the coolest fucking class systems ever, where you had 3 different schools of shit you could go through, and then you would pick the skills that you wanted, which let you create kind of like a custom class. I played a class that technically wasn't viable, but I didn't give a shit because I had a lot of fun playing it. Like I had a blighter, which essentially was like a stealthy tank or almost a stealthy fighter. It had a lot of tank abilities, but I could shadow step and get behind people, which was a lot of fun. Which I feel like, oh my god, we got to talk about this. This is a tangent, but we got to talk about it. Is it Valera is our new companion for Delves in Midnight? Was that who? What's her name?
Valera, right?
Is it? Hold on. I want to say it's Valera.
She's the rogue.
Yes. Is that her name?
I think it's Valera.
I feel like I'm fucking it up. Hold on. Yeah, see, it is Valera. Okay, it's Valera. We gotta talk about.
I only know that because she's one of the heroes that you can play in Hearthstone.
I'm not a dick about Hearthstone. We gotta talk about
she's the rogue.
We gotta talk about the blood healing that she can do.
Oh yes, I hope they add a like vampiric rogue class. That'd be sick as hell.
So for those of you that don't know, there was I can't remember if it was one of the dev talks, but they were showing Valera because obviously Bran can be a healer, DPS, or tank for you. So Valera's got to fit that same thing, but she's a rogue. Well, she, as a rogue, does some cool shit as a healer, which is she basically, I don't know how you would say it. I'm going to say she uses blood magic to attack enemies that then create these blood pools that you can pick up to heal. And we're like, hold up. Wait a minute.
I think it's an Easter egg or something for something coming in the future.
That would be fucking sick. Imagine, cool. I don't know if you do it with the rogue class or not, but like a rogue heal spec that is any type of heal spec that is just built off of doing damage, because we got it with a demon hunter, right? Like demon hunter tanks need to damage shit to heal. Like that's their big thing. So, I mean, I feel like every tank does that though. I got my prop where I got to damage shit to heal also, but demon hunter obviously plays a lot differently because you got to pick up your orbs and shit, but it's really cool. Love a vampire type heal. That would be fucking really cool. I think that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah. They showed that and I was like, oh,
let's see. It was, Posh saying, I was hoping that AOC, that going be similar feel, with different trees and archetype class thing. Yeah. It kind of felt like kind of meh. I know people want that kind of lock healer spec when they drain the life from the enemies and use it to heal the rest. That's what I was thinking too. I feel like you could do it as a warlock. I feel like a warlock might fit that vampiric style, but they've got sacrificial fucking daggers, dude. They have to do it. They have to fucking do it. That'd be so fucking cool.
Why not both?
That's true. Why not both? Give rogues a heal spec.
Give every spec a heal spec. I mean, every class a heal spec.
Oh my god. What's warrior healing looking like? Oh, I just punched shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to heal things. Oh my god. So apparently, because
you'd be a barbarian.
I guess. Hold on. You could literally move into like a champion spec. No, that seems more paladin. I was gonna say you could do like something with
banners and shouts.
Yeah,
and
some
whatever.
Type of banner healer. Yeah, I could see something like that. Banners.
I feel like that gives me PTSD though to the meta barbarian build in Diablo 4.
Yeah, the Diablo 4 shit.
Where it's like the most unfun thing ever because all you do is fucking yell and throw your.
I was so bummed. So this is actually going back to like when we had played Diablo 4. And Annie and I was playing barbarian. I didn't want to fucking play a shout barbarian. And Annie started playing one too. We're kind of looking at the tree. So we're like, we should go into bleeds. And I think at the time, I'm trying to think of what it was. I think the debuff was vulnerability, right? I think that's what it was.
Oh yeah, it was broken.
And yeah, it was broken as fuck. You gotta move. You gotta move closer there, lady. You keep like cutting.
Everybody was doing the shouts and I was doing the bleeds and I was like stacking into vulnerability. And then I told Jamie about it and I was like, dude, like this is broken.
It was broken as fuck. Like it was really fucking broken. Like no one was doing it. And so we built in really hard.
And then Jamie opened his big mouth when he was streaming.
No one picked it up from me streaming, but we did. We went fucking hard. And it was really cool because there was a chain ability that I really liked.
That unique sword. I think it was called like
Field of Crimson
or whatever. It was so good.
What I liked about the bleed build though was I got this weapon that gave me additional chains because there was a chain pull one and they had this really fucking like spinny chain thing that was, I loved it, but it sucked. But once you start going into bleeds and vulnerability, that bitch was really fucking good. And then they nerfed it and then I hated the game. Roar was saying when I get,
that was like a recurring thing with them is anytime something started feeling good and fun, like you would log in the next patch day and like it didn't work right anymore. It was terrible.
Yes, because it was every other day you'd log in and something was like, wow, thanks. Like, don't do patches like that.
I felt so bad for the poor people who are playing hardcore mode. Especially because of like what their servers would degrade so fast. So things would be super janky and buggy. And then like, so like I remember seeing so many like stream moments where somebody died because the game like pretty much executed them without them being able to like stop it from happening. But that was one thing too, where they nerfed these classes and then people go about their hardcore life and then die because their class doesn't work the way it was supposed to anymore.
Roar was saying when I get shaman tanks, you can have your heal rogue. I'm not going to play it, but also, yeah, shaman tanks would be fucking sick. How do we not have that yet? How do we not have shaman tanks yet? Like you could do it in vanilla. You used to be able to do it. You could tank in vanilla as a shaman. Like, just give us more things. Give us all the things. Just everything we could ever want. Please put it in the game. Just take all the devs and make them, force them to do all this shit. I'm sure it could be a balancing nightmare. Eventually, you just have all these fucking specs. They have 40 specs now.
I feel like, do we even care at this point about balance anymore?
I don't give a shit about balance.
What even is the point anymore?
Just fucking make it fun.
At least in World of Warcraft, like, it just seems like there's such a low barrier to entry to get everything pretty much now anyway. So, like, why does balance matter at this point?
Well, it's not just that. It's just because people will get pissy if they're like, because people are going to do the stupid thing where they're like,
they can go out of their way. They can go out of their way to balance the PvP gear, because you have to have separate gear for PvP.
Just fucking break it. In PvE.
Let us just go ham in PvE.
Yes, let us essentially become gods. But the thing, like, so, well, the problem that comes with having with the balance thing is that everyone looks at the spec tier list, and then they're like, oh, this spec is the best because the top 1% can hit these numbers and it sims this way. So I'm going to get this.
All I hear is opportunities for Blizzard to make more money through people doing spec changes and
you
class
need
changes.
To put your lips towards your fucking mic. Not like that. Oh God. In our bedroom too. That's demonetized.
Because I stuck out my tongue. Okay.
You keep cutting out because you keep like turning your head over.
I don't know why I'm cutting out. I'm looking like, right at it.
You're not. You're fidgeting and moving. It's the fucking front.
I've been sitting in this uncomfortable chair for an hour now. Of course, I'm going to start fidgeting.
I need to put your actual chair up. We gotta get, like I told them earlier in the pre-show because you weren't here. You haven't been sitting for an hour. I was alone here for like 20 minutes.
Like 55 minutes.
I say we're gonna try getting the downstairs painted and then getting set up in the other room. And then we'll be able to open.
I'm digging this lighting though.
It's like, honestly, that setup does look pretty good. If you weren't sitting on a desk, it feels like it's made for a fucking child. And he got a sit stand desk
with an exterior door behind me.
But she got it from Wayfair, and it's this stupid. All it is it like has a lid that lifts up and stands up. But the thing, that thing sucks. And then the chair, like, you have no, like, it's like they made it's fucking school for ants, man. It's fucking school for ants.
Remember when they could sit for 10 hours comfortably there? No, like, you guys don't understand. I got a chair that looks cute, but is not to sit in. Let me show you guys. Like, it looks cute, but it's terrible.
It's not her Secret Labs chair. It is just it's a fucking shitty, like, 20, like, I don't know, probably a $50 fucking.
It's like, I feel chair. It's not comfortable.
It's not,
and also my ass is too big for it. So, like, there's that too.
Wow, where's the what the ergonomics is that? Yeah, that's a dentist chair. Yeah, like Annie's actual chair is like sitting right over here. But like I said, we're gonna get the downstairs painted and kind of set
what
up.
The ergonomics is that? Oh my gosh,
it's a terrible fucking chair.
It's terrible. Awful. Well, on top of that too, like, you guys don't understand. This desk was like $120, and I have long legs, and when I'm sitting, my knees just barely fit underneath the desk, and then I have chonky ass quads, so that's about as far as they get. So I have to sit at my desk sideways because my legs don't fit under it.
We're just gonna do this. I think it's gonna mess up my lighting, but I now have a sit stand. I gotta get. I'm just standing up now. I actually regret this. I want to sit back down. I got this. I got the Secret Labs desk, which is fucking sick, guys. If you have the funds for it, holy shit, this is a really nice desk. But I want to get a walking pad down here, so that way we can stream, we can play games, and we can, like, not be fat fucks. Like, yeah, it's just gonna be me doing this. I want to eat, and then when I get tired, I'm just gonna lean into shit like this. Tape up the Amazon boxes and prop up the desk. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god. Well, I have a desk. It's just in pieces because of the flooding. We haven't put it back together yet.
Yeah, we gotta put Annie's desk back together. I said,
this is just a little desk I got because every once in a while I get to work from home, like if my kids are sick or something. So I just needed a desk somewhere where, like, I could be in the same space as my kids. And Now that I have this desk, I don't even think I want to use it for working from home because it's just not comfortable to sit at
No.
all. I honestly just sit in my bed and like prop pillows behind my back with my laptop, and that's that.
So,
Yeah.
oh my God, we were doing, so we were, I don't know what we were playing, but Annie was having us, I was just playing on my laptop in bed next to her. Well, I don't remember what I was playing. I think I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know. You were doing something else then, I think. But I just remember like, I don't know how you can play games in bed or anything. My shoulder was like all jacked up. I'm like, God, this sucks. But now I have a little lap thing that I put when we
do it long enough, the pain goes numb.
Oh yeah, my whole arm would fucking go numb, and then I'd sleep on it, and then I'd like wake up in the middle of the night with like fucking pinched nerve. I'm like, how you fucking do this? I can't sit in bed and do shit. And he got us this stupid fucking like memory foam shit, but it's not good memory foam, like topper for our bed. It's terrible. Oh my God. I'm sharing this story. Hold on.
Well, but no.
I have a dirty story that I'm sharing.
What? What dirty story?
when I made you
okay,
so, the missionary.
Oh my God.
So I'm telling this story. I'm telling the story. No, I'm telling you the story. So
good thing we have an ad break.
Do we? We have, I'm telling this story. If you guys want to hear this, you better be subscribed. So we have a purple mattress, right? We've had this mattress for everything. Fucking on a purple mattress is like fucking on a Bosu ball. It's constantly like whatever, right? So, and then he's like, why are you always tired and shit? Like, why do you always want to be on your back?
I'm like, why are you turning into an old man?
And I'm like, I have the worst fucking pump in my shoulders and my arms right now. So anyway,
it's great. I just get to lay there. Like
I had the idea. So I'm on my back and I was like, put your legs straight. And she's like, what? I was like, you get to be the man right now. So Annie is up there, right? And she's moving her hips. And she lasted off like 3 seconds. She's like, I'm tired. I was like, now you know what it's like to be me. All right? 45 fucking minutes of doing planks.
Like my back hurts, my abs hurt, my quads hurt, my hamstrings hurt, my ass hurts. I was like,
you've barely been humping. Get moving.
Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that. Well, this fucker wouldn't keep his legs spread enough either. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I'm mobility in my hips. All right.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah, what a time to join. Welcome. Yeah, thanks for joining. Jamie Deadfish. Dude, but I'm like, why do you think my shoulders are so jagged? If you guys want to get a good workout in, buy yourself a purple mattress. And then over the next, I don't know how long we've had it, like 5 years. We've had it
longer than that. We've had it ever since I was pregnant with our middle child, and she's turning 8 in a week. Oh so 8 years.
Annie said we're going to talk about couple stuff. So there you go, guys. That's little couple stuff right there. I didn't share the other thing the other day too, when you came in to flash your titties at me.
What are you talking about?
So Annie came in and she I was fucking around and she comes and she jiggled her titties at me and I got up to go grab her and she's leaving. Grab her by the side. And she puts out
this. Oh my God! No, shut up! She had
a little cute toot. It was funny, and she was so embarrassed because she's like, "I don't know why that just happened." She's like, "I don't know." She was so embarrassed, and I was so fucking funny. It was so
embarrassed now.
It's so fucking funny. She said, it was just, whoop. And I was like, "Oh my fucking God. That cute toot should be his shirt. I'm going to write it down."
Oh my God. Goodbye.
Oh no, come back. Wait, we lost her. Get the fuck back on.
I'm not coming back.
Yes, you are. We can hear you.
I know. This is going to, my face is too red. This is going to be audio only.
It's fine. I can correct it in post. Get the toot back here. Yeah, get back here.
Why did you have to share that story? You're terrible.
It's
you told me you weren't going to.
I told you. Geez, that's comedic gold. Of course I'm going to fucking share that. It was so fucking funny, dude. And it was like for like the whole rest of the week, I just keep bringing it up. It was so fucking funny.
I don't think good English name Muhammad is coming back.
Good English name Muhammad. Are you still here? Are you now a fan? Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all those things. Jesus Christ.
Stand the test of time.
I don't, yeah, dude, this is like there we go. No, I'm gone forever. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, we lost him. We lost one. All right. I don't remember where we were now. How do I segue into this?
I don't even remember what we were talking about, like video game wise.
I don't remember what we're talking about either. I do want to talk about this. Okay. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's an adventure and everyone's on it with us. Wait till we start adding boosts. So Annie got me. Do we guys go over the Legion Mobile? What's Legion Mobile? Are you talking about Legion Remix? It's fun as fuck, man. That was actually something I do want to bring up. So to moving into talking about some of the Legion Remix stuff, we need to talk about one of the best features that has come into World of Warcraft in a long time, and it needs, I'm hoping this is a precursor to the Prey system. Heroic World Tier in Legion Remix is a lot of fucking fun. Now, it's
also a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass, but it's a lot of fun. It's probably the most fun I've had playing WoW in a while. And the reason being is like, if you overpull, you're fucked. If you get into something that you're not ready for, you're fucked. Which is, it feels really good to be like, I need to think this out. I need to kind of figure out, okay, I need to take this back out.
Spawn a Doomguard, you're fucked.
Dude, oh my God, dude. The first day of playing Legion Remix, I kept getting those fire ones. So you get these, there's a couple different versions of the Doomguards that you can summon. You get this obelisk and you click it. You normally get buffs. And Annie didn't even realize until today that there are not.
I have a funny story about that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was trying to go over and help somebody kill one of the big Doom guards that had spawned and they were attacking. And I saw one of the little obelisk things and I was like, oh, I'm going to get the buff off of it. And I click it and then another Doom guard spawns and I was like, what the fuck? And then someone else ran over to help and must have clicked it. And a third one. And I was like, why are there so many spawning? And then Jamie told me that that's the obelisk that when you click it, it keeps spawning.
It spawns Doom guards. And she's like, what is that?
With all of us dying, all of us died because there was 3 of like the really big tough ones running around wrecking phase. I felt bad. I was like, I'm a noob, but I wasn't the only one who did it. So
yeah, because there's like 3 or 4 different ones that come. And I want to talk about this too. Yeah, pulling oodles of dudes in Heroic World Tier. It does change, obviously, as you go and progress through Legion, right? Like you're going to get stronger and stronger to where I'm at the point where, yes, Heroic feels like retail, right? But what I want out of this, and I got to touch back on something in a second, but what I want out of this, I'm hoping this is a precursor to what the Prey system's supposed to look like, because Prey is supposed to have normal, hard, and nightmare. And I want it so bad. I want challenging open world content because, yes, playing through retail now, open world content is brain dead. You don't think about it. You go through, you're just mowing everything down. I didn't even realize, because I play a tank, Annie plays a hunter. We were going through playing the War Within when we were coming back to WoW. Like we were just mowing down everything. And then I had some friends that were leveling up like cloth wearing and they were dying while questing. And I was like, how are you dying? I don't understand. I didn't understand also that, I mean, if you're going to quest through shit, being a hunter is OP and also tanks are just OP. Like it's just a fun time. But anyway, I was like, how are you dying? And then I was just like, oh, but for the most part, like, yes, WoW open world content, not difficult. You can ice Annie and I do it a world boss. Like it wasn't difficult, but Heroic World Tier, man, it was feeling good. I want to say Hellspawn just said, I will admit that I got wrecked when I hit level 70 though. Didn't feel good until around 76 and 77. So yes, if you guys don't know, if you're questing through Legion Remix, it's really weird scaling when you hit current levels. Yeah, I was the same way, dude. I jumped into Heroic as soon as I could. However, there is a weird scaling thing once you hit level 70 where the eye level and the gear does not match the current scale. And I felt something similar when I was level. You see this actually a lot. There's videos talking about when new players come into WoW, when they're leveling, because you level so quickly that the gear doesn't really keep up. So you do get into these weird scaling things where all of a sudden you were doing great and everything is now one-shotting you because the scaling gets kind of weird. I had to, yeah. I was telling Annie earlier because she was having trouble with something. I was like, we can always do the retreat, and she's like, I'm not a quitter. So we are heroic fans here, like through and through now. I loved it. I saw a lot of people saying that if
there was a quest where I had to mine 10 rocks underwater, and there was like the mob density was terrible, and you have to swim down for probably a solid 30 seconds to get to the bottom. And then of course your breath starts running out, and I'm on heroic, so it's taking forever to kill these giant sacks of health that are trying to murder me. And then I have to go back up for air because I'm drowning, and there was no underwater potion. And I was like, this is shit. It's like, I hate this. And then Jamie's like, well, you can go back to normal. And I was like, I'm not a quitter.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not doing this shit.
And then I proceeded to die 4 more times.
It's just like, I'm going to tough it down. But no, it's cool. Like, I really liked it.
I finished it, and I didn't go out of heroic. Yeah.
Roar, what did you roll for your first remix tune? But yeah, so I've even seen classic players saying, if this stays, if WoW were to implement this as an actual feature, Paladin, well, see, there you go. No wonder you're fine. Tanks are great. What did you roll though? What did you roll for your spec? But I would say there's a lot of people that have been going through. If you play a tanky class, and like, I think might just be plate wearing. If you just play a plate wearing class, like everything's so much easier. Always, as I was going to say, yes, guys, if you are going to roll through heroics, if you are a tank, you can start at level 10. It's absolutely fine. I fucking love WoW tanks, dude. You are a god through and through. It is just so good. Although this was my first time leveling a warrior in forever. And I will tell you, I did not realize how much I did not get until later levels. I was looking for my heroic leap real early, and I was like, where the fuck is it? So it felt very weird. It felt very weird leveling a warrior again after having like my whole kit available to me for like the years now. So that was actually kind of interesting. And like I think there were some pain points in there where I was like, where in the fuck is this? But it was kind of cool. I've actually, because I decided to play warrior again, it's actually been able to like play through and level and kind of see, oh, this would actually be better to move this ability onto this part, like keybind it here. So it's been nice. I've actually been able to clean up my keybinds by releveling this character again. So I'm like, maybe every so often it might make sense to, if they do these remix events or whatever, where I can get a new warrior, like I'm gonna level that. I don't know what to do, and I'm sure you're in the same spot. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with this tune when I'm done. I don't need a second warrior.
Same. I don't need a second hunter, and I made another orc too, so it's not even like it's the opposing side.
Everything makes orcs.
I didn't. Yeah.
Annie,
so, I don't know.
It's your 5th paladin. You know what I was thinking though? I'm not going. Annie wants me to. Annie wants me to level. I'm a horde player. It's part of my identity in the game. And Annie wants me to level a fucking alliance player so she can play her slutty red Draenei warlock. And I don't want,
cool as hell.
I don't want to level up an alliance character, but I think I'm going to roll a slutty red male Draenei warlock. But I don't have the skin yet. I'll have to do the quest line to get the skin, to get the red skin. Do me a favor, Annie, on your Steel series, can you turn off your what the fuck is it called? Your noise gate. Just go turn it completely off.
I think I just crashed my computer.
Oh no, you are. Hold on, maybe you'll come back. You did freeze.
I opened Steel series, so
give it a second. That. It might catch up. Try to give it a minute. At least your face isn't too bad. Time to roll a Mechanome. Dude, fuck that. Oh, you're coming back. Okay. It's slowly getting there.
Wow, Steel series just borked my computer.
I see that. The audio sounds great though.
What is going on? Oh my god.
I did notice an issue too. I think I need to upgrade some of your drivers on your PC.
Well, I have a Windows update that it's telling me to do, so there's also that.
Don't do that. Your audio sounds fucking amazing now. Did you turn the noise gate off?
I have not done shit.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe for some reason because maybe it's like, like sometimes that when people lose a sense, that the other senses get better. Maybe. Unless are you leaning towards your computer right now?
I think so.
That would be why. It's because she's actually
Probably
talking
more
into the
than I
mic.
was.
Yeah, that's probably the whole reason. You're fine. You're just a slight slideshow, but it's fine. I'll fix it in post. I'll just have you.
My computer is also a slight slideshow right now.
Oh no. Are you able to alt tab back to Chrome?
Okay, I got the mic open.
Okay.
You said I need to turn off the what?
Just turn off your noise gate. Completely turn it off. Yeah.
Is that the Clearcast noise cancellation?
No. It's
noise gate. I found
noise gate. Yeah, just turn that off. I think that's what's causing you to clip in and out like that. Excuse me, guys. You're not fucking loud enough anyway to need to use the noise gate.
Thanks.
It's so funny.
I don't know why it's doing this right now. It's
you don't make a lot of weird faces.
You
kind of just you're very stoic. Just,
I'm concentrating.
The Annie slideshow is hilarious. I know.
Am I like blinking in slow motion?
No, you're like every so often it updates. You got like kind of a slight smirk right now. It's nice though. We get to see your RBG slightly changes. So it's, it's a still, but we are getting some, a little bit. Oh my God. No, you came right back as you did that, by the way. It like caught up for a second. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever you did, like your movement came back and then you stopped moving again. Jesus, someone clip that. All right.
I closed Steel Series and now I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
Steel Series was breaking my computer.
I wonder if it needs an update. Because
Steel Series fucking sucks.
Well, listen, if I can find another thing to help to clean up the audio and shit, I would use it.
All right, I was going to open WoW so I could send you my Warlock.
Oh, I don't have a way. I don't know if I have a scene to set that up. Called Beacon. I know. I mean, that is an option, right? Eventually. I think I just need to get over like if we get the funds again. So I gotta start streaming, right? I gotta start streaming and doing shit so we can actually afford to get Beacon mics and getting all the nice fun Beacon shit. But yes, I think that would be the way to go. Plus, it didn't have that little RBG light on there. I do love though. I do like the HyperX mics. However, they are condenser mics, so there's a lot of post processing that needs to go into them to make sure they sound decent. Not that they can't. So loud. It's just trying to get rid of a lot of the room noise because they're not dynamic mics. And I like the nuance. I like the sound. I like it's a me thing. I don't even need that. It's for you guys. Should be worrying about what you like. And he knows what that's like. I'm just always worrying about myself. What?
Yes. Very selfish.
All right. I do. Okay, so we talked about the heroic world tier difficulty. Like I said, I heard some classic players I've talked about where like, if they keep this, I'm coming back. So I think that's something going in. I really hope that this is kind of like a precursor test to the prey system to kind of feel like, because it's the same fucking thing. You turn on the world tier. Oh my God, I gotta check out these different clips. Okay,
what did you do? Control what? Or page down?
Yes, page down. Yep, I changed it to page down. I'm gonna pull this up.
How do I make my minion go away?
Your minion on your warlock?
Yeah.
I don't have any. I don't play pet classes. I don't know. Because if it's not a tank, I don't know how it works.
It's blocking me.
Couldn't you turn off the nameplates?
Maybe.
All right, guys. Let me add this real quick, and then we're gonna watch this clip. I got a game. That's the right one. There we go. I think. Okay, it's just gonna be me here because Annie is elsewhere. All right, let me.
I'm trying to take.
No, I know. I'm just gonna play this clip real quick.
Oh, why did it have to go screen captured right onto?
Oh, hold on. I got. Let me hide this for a second, guys. I gotta set up the audio so we can play that clip because only I can hear it. I can't wait to put this on spot. Jesus.
This is stupid. Oh my God.
I loved your snort right into the mic.
Sorry.
When I need to put the noise gate back up.
Shut up for a second. When I hit print screen, it shows up screen captured, like text right over my character's face. And then when I do the screenshot, it captures that with that. That's some bullshit.
Good name. I'm Muhammad. Listen, like people can I also like Grand Theft Auto 5. I like PoE 2. I like Red Dead Online. Like, it's whatever. Also, it's a fucking game mode. If like, I don't know, it's fun, dude. Maybe instead of like getting upset the MMOs aren't what they used to be, maybe just try to shut your brain off, play something, and have a little fun. You just need a sub. You don't even have to pay for anything. Like, just fucking have a good time, dude.
Holy gamer is
like, God, I know. There's just, people are so dogmatic about their shit, dude. People, it's so to the point where there's some chick who does high-end rating and WoW with a controller, and people are like all pissed off about it. Shut the fuck up. Who gives a shit, dude? Who's upset? Just expressing your surprise that you enjoy it. It shouldn't be that surprising. I like a lot of stuff, dude. Like I said, I love ARPGs. I like a lot of other different MMOs. I mean, what was I'm trying to think. There's some stupid ass fucking games I've played that I enjoyed the fuck out of that I thought would have been dumb. Right. Surprise gamers like games. I think that's the thing. Is like some people are just so dogmatic or tribal culty about the games they play. Dude, my Steam library has like 1,000 games and I play a lot of different fucking games. I've played a lot of different types of MMOs. Like 100 different MMOs, but I like Legion Remix is just fun, man. It takes basically an ARPG like Diablo, shoves it right into WoW. Yeah, it's fucking fun, man. I get the, I don't even know that. I honestly, I don't really get the mobile take either. I don't really know with the mobile.
I mean, I
take.
also like mobile games too. So I like all games.
We got to bring that up because there is talk, right? People are like, oh, they're going to put WoW on mobile. Final Fantasy 14's going, to mobile.
You mean I can play WoW at work now? Cool.
Surprise people who were interested in Ash's project would enjoy something so shallow. I also enjoyed Arcade, but also Ashes is shallow as fuck right now too. So I mean, there's tons of people that are loving the fuck out of Ashes, which there's literally nothing in the fucking game. So it's like it's Ashes currently is like if someone were to create a sandbox, but they forgot to put the toys into the sandbox to play with. Like that's where Ashes is at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna go to something that's gonna give me a bunch of dopamine to help hopefully maybe reset my brain after only alpha testing. Ashes is a scam, in my opinion. Just the concept of Ashes, I guess. Till you've never. Well, okay, we gotta talk about this because everyone always says that WoW is a game for casuals and shit. Those people have never played anything outside of LFR. I swear to fucking God. Like, people are upset right now because they're going to be culling abilities. They're going to be culling abilities going into the midnight and kind of reducing some button blow. People are like, I want my 40 fucking buttons, man. So I don't know. It's always people who haven't played the game since like vanilla, but they like listen to all of the, like they listen to all of the shit, right? But they're like, they haven't touched it. They haven't installed it for 10 years, but they like to talk about it like they fucking play it. And it drives me nuts because I'm like, if you are not doing any type, like, dude, I'm sorry. Even Manaforge Omega with Demencius and Manaforge Omega normal, like that was a challenge too. Like, it's not an easy game. Like, there are aspects of it that are brain dead, but it's just, I don't know. I don't get it, man. I'm not that player. The reason that Annie and I were originally interested in Ashes was because of the systems, but we didn't leave WoW because we hated WoW. We left WoW because there was a drought in WoD with content, and I didn't want to fucking grind forever to get my reputation shit because they gave us tabards and then they took them away.
The ethics with Blizzard.
Right. And then there was all the weird shit with Blizzard that made us push away further. We've always liked WoW. Like that was the thing. We've always had this thing where we would see a new expansion trailer and be like, we can't. And then we came back in Dragonflight because Annie fucking loves dragons. And now I kind of look back, I'm like, I really wish that we had actually played through the rest of Dragonflight instead of dropping out because I was getting pissed about the pug scene.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of the character.
All right.
I was going to say something, but I refrained.
What were you going to say? No, go ahead.
Nothing.
No, go ahead.
Nothing at all.
No, what are you going to say? Let it rip. Come on.
I'm not sure how to say it, but
you're not sure how to say it.
What I was trying to say is you don't just get over the thing you watch porn over.
Oh my fucking God. Annie doesn't like watch. Like I'm going to share this story because I know you won't. Annie doesn't like watch porn, but like fucking cartoon things. Oh my God. Especially a little bit of story. But when she was pregnant, she was all about it, dude. Anytime she was pregnant.
What the fuck? Oh my God. Bye.
You're still here. Is
but my camera's not on.
is the Annie in the room with us? Oh my fucking god, dude.
Okay, I'm back.
That
a little more red than before.
Okay, I'm
gonna be about as red as the character I just sent you.
All right, I'm trying to figure out where this audio source is. Audio capture. Because I have the clip pulled up. So let me pull this up. Can you guys hear this? No, it's not coming through. It's missing the audio for some reason.
What are you trying to play?
Hold on. I'm trying to get someone's clipped you doing your thing. We'll watch this later. I gotta figure out. I didn't set the scene up. Hold on, let me.
Snorting into the mic. Is that what?
No. Your fucking like tongue thing that you were like.
Oh, I'm sure it exists on the internet somewhere now.
No, it is. We have a clip of it. Okay, let me pull up your picture. Not those pictures, you fucking perverts. All right, I'm gonna pull this up. It's taking forever to load. Why is this Discord is not loading? There we go. Oh, you if you go into your retail settings, you have your screenshot setting. Like, oh my god, amateur, fucking amateur.
Figure it out. I tried 3 times and it wouldn't go away. So I was
that means you have actual. So yeah, this is Annie's Warlock Draenor. Nice screen captured right across her forehead. Oh my god, I gotta show you where those
Nobody's
files
gonna steal that picture.
No one's taking this. It's got what's watermarked. So they can only see me now because of the camera.
So anyway,
I gotta set up that other scene.
Anyway, so you need to make an alliance character so that you can make a red Draenor and then they can be married.
Right. Because like I said, we do light RP. And Annie says I have to make. So I don't know if you guys know this. All of our other characters are married. Anytime we make Annie race changed her fucking orc back from shit. Okay. Ooh. Discord dropped out for a second. I'm like, I hope there's no nudes in this fucking this one, but there wasn't.
Oh my god.
Does it have a family system now? No, but in our hearts. But anyway,
we bring our characters on dates.
I had originally race changed my orc to one of the Magyar orcs because I thought I would like it. I didn't. But anyway, Annie did the same thing with hers. So then when I race changed mine back, she was like, I got to race change it back because they're not married now.
Well, no, I don't know. I was going to do it too because I missed.
Yeah, it's the audio. So it's,
the colors and stuff.
Well, for me, it was like the 20 years of hearing the every time he'd jump. And then like I'm listening to the it wasn't for my main. I needed to hear
like
the original orcs.
The greenskin orcs have like really colorful hair and stuff like that. Whereas the Magyar, it's more so just like browns and blacks and stuff. So like, I don't know. I like my character kind of having some flair as far as colors go and stuff.
Speaking of red Draenor, can I get red orcs? Like, I get it. They're
right.
They're orcs that have gone too far. They've been in the shut up. Just change why they're red. I don't know. Retcon it. Make it happen. Also, what's this bullshit? For those who aren't following, what's this bullshit about Amani trolls not actually us not getting the actual models? Okay, they're gonna give Darkspear Shoals an option of green skin. No. Give me the beefy fucking Amani trolls that second grade me was looking at the fucking forest trolls in the goddamn manual for Warcraft 2, obsessed with it. Cause I'm like, those are fucking awesome. Like I want it so bad. And then what do we get? The fucking green skin for the Darkspear. We got the gangly fucking skinny, like Jamaican trolls. I want big beefy fucking forest trolls, man. Like what the fuck?
Yep.
Rant's over.
I'm waiting too.
Waiting for Orc Demon Hunter.
The Zandalari came close, but they're still like not the Zandalari that you wanted.
Yeah,
they have like all the big burly ones, and I'm like, where are all our like big burly classes? Like obviously you have the Tauren,
and we have Hulk versions of all of them. I want one.
The Draenei are pretty jacked too, but like other than that, like, well, and dwarves, but that's only because they're short. It's proportions that make them more jacked. Can
we talk about though that the female Hairnir body type is the most aesthetically pleasing body type. That is a fertile looking body. I'm gonna say listen, do you know how many thoughts on Twitter right now are just posting their thirst trap here and ears because every woman's looking at that like that's my body type. And I'm like, yes, Queen Slay. I'm like, but here's my thought though. Because humans are kind of thin, and then we got the chubby whatever Tolkien. Why can't I remember the name?
Kieran Tor?
It's not Kieran Tor. Kieran Tor is the no, it's the
Hairneers. Oh, you must have missed our last episode where I was in the character creator the whole time.
That's the new race that's coming. They did a really good job. Like
they're like the bat looking people.
Women no really longer need to be fruit in Blizzard. Listen, slut mogs are coming back. We have awesome looking body types coming with the hair and hair. I mean, even the dudes, man, they're fuckable. Like literally on like when you're looking at character models, and they're a 10 out of 10, man. The hair and hair are a fucking 10 out of 10. They're very fuckable. But
I can't wait for the. Never mind.
Listen, if you guys with the new housing, you guys better knock before you come in. You have the permission to watch, but I'm just saying you better knock so we know someone's there. It's going to be we're going to make an ERP community. We'll have the ERP neighborhood. But no, so what I was thinking was it's the Kultiran. Kultiran is the one I was thinking of. So you have the humans that are kind of thin. You have here like the here and hair. Oh my God. Hair and hair that are like thick. They look good. Almost similar to the orc body type though. And then you have the Kultiran, right? But I'm wondering, is that the entryway to like a mid-ground body type? I would love it. And I don't think it's going to come. But it would be really cool if we get like third body type or multiple body types within male and female. If you guys get what I'm saying, like I want to have, maybe you could have some like thinner orcs that would be great for warlocks. So you could have really fucking jacked orcs that are great for warriors. And then you have the middle ground, which no one will play because why would you? But I think it'd be kind of cool if they did something like that. I think like body shape would be kind of neat.
Arthas said, so basically you're saying any game could be good if it was a slut, lol.
Yes. Bring the sluts back.
That's what I said too. I was like, yes.
Okay. Annie said that WoW is a girl game. And I will tell you, it is. Because holy shit.
You dress up your dolls, you collect your pets and your mounts and stuff. And
listen, I like collecting.
Finally, you can dress them up with cool stuff that looks good.
Oh my God. So going back to the mobile, Legion Mobile or whatever, someone made a comment saying, listen, when I played WoW in 2004, I want it to be difficult. In 2025, I just want to dress my dolls up in cool shit. And I was like, bro, I feel that so much right now when I'm like playing through shit. Like right now, like Legion Remix, Legion Mobile. I used the one that you said. I was trying to see the way that you put it. Legion Mobile, whatever you want to call it. I'm having a fucking blast, man. I'm getting all the collectibles. I've got the Fell Illusion for my weapons. I got the new Fell weapons. I got the new Fell armor set. I got every single class mount. I'm having a fucking blast. I love collecting shit. This is a fucking collector's wet dream. Annie and I, when the collector's bounty came out, we spammed the fuck out of. I was so sick of doing raids in dungeons, but we were doing them every fucking day. We were doing multiple every fucking day, and it burnt me out. But I just kept doing it because I wanted the cool shit.
Arthas said, "Hang on, I'll read it in a second." Arthas said, I wanted the male night elves to look sexy, but they look like tall gorillas. Arthas, have you seen the Hairneer?
We might have to bring the Hairneer back.
Your dream
out.
Just came true.
You can make sexy looking night elves with the Hairneer. They do really night elf better. Oh, they
do the night elves better than the night elves.
I'm gonna drop a link. All right, yeah. Hold on, because that was the whole episode that we did. Was it last week? I'm going to drop a link to Wowhead dressing room. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to link this for you guys. You got to click on the beta. This should work. And then I'm going to drop this down. Tools, dressing room. All right. For anybody.
Can't you find some of the pictures off Twitter or whatever?
I don't have it. I mean, I don't have it super accessible to me at the moment. Oh, wait. I think I did log into my. That could be dangerous. That could be real dangerous. There might be some
Don't be
titties.
doing
I'm gonna
any of
get
that.
banned. All right, that
Might
is.
be.
If you click
Wow.
this link,
It's quite the link.
I know it's quite the link, but that brings up the new here and here. Oh my god, this guy's the slut set though that you put on it. You might have to change the armor, take the armor off, but that will get you into. It took me forever to figure out how you get into it, to actually like make the characters, because you have to switch it to beta mode and stuff. It was kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Figure out. Don't like mount/cosmetic spam of the remixes. Game is already bloated that none of them matter anymore. Compound's a problem. I mean, there's like what? There's some people that have over 1,000 mounts. I don't care. Keep doing it. I fucking love. I don't care. That's the shit I like. Oh my god, that looks so bad on stream.
Like,
though.
At first, I definitely was that one who, and I still. It's not my favorite thing because I think it hurts the integrity of the game. But at this point, like they've already been recycling old mounts for Twitch drops and putting them in the store or whatever they're doing. So it's like they've already crossed that bridge. So it just is. It is what it is. You know.
It's so weird where they draw the line though. So like, all right, we can't get the mage tower appearances, right? But during mix, we're gonna call it mix for mop remix. You couldn't get the head of the curve mount, but they add the head of the curve mount into the Legion remix. So it's like, it kind of seems like it's weird. They move things around. Do they have a storyline starting area? So that's going to be coming out in the alpha. And it's going to be an allied race that both Horde and Alliance can get. So there is a little quest line that kind of goes with it. I don't know about like the starting area or how that works yet. I'm hoping. I did sign up. If I do get into the WoW Alpha, I will stream some stuff and kind of show you guys like what that's looking like. I want to get in there and mess around with a lot of the new changes, like to the classes. I want to get in there and test out. We got to talk about this. Housing. There is an open PTR test from Monday through Thursday to test out WoW housing. If you guys are interested, definitely check it out. I will be getting in there. I will stream it too. We'll play around with that. I'm going to make Annie stream it a bit because she's probably going to make some wild shit. You guys can just.
Off on Monday too.
All right. Oh yeah, she's off on Monday. So you guys can listen to some lo-fi while Annie just chills and plays around with housing. I've seen some amazing fucking builds. I think housing is going to. I'm just looking at it's a game mode in of itself. Like, and I love. I mean, for those who've been here for a while. Like Annie, one of our games, the first game we ever really streamed on Twitch was Conan Exiles. And we fucking love the building and the creativity side of that. So I'm really excited to see what Annie does. I want to see what you do with your houses, to be honest.
I'm excited to see what I do with them too.
Like I've been seeing, not only can you do the interior.
I really like playing The Sims. And really, the only reason I like playing The Sims is because I like doing the buildings and stuff like that, like building cool mansions and whatever. So I'm excited to have a game because I think I've never played the medieval Sims one, but I heard it wasn't great. But I'm excited to be able to do like medieval style or fantasy style building. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be dope. Like, and the cool thing that what they're doing is like with housing in general is like all the stuff we're doing right now in Legion Remix, there's decor that you collect through achievements. And I'm an achievement hunting whore. And I want the collectible stuff. Dude, I don't know if you guys realize I like collecting shit. I don't have it down here. Don't ask me how much my PoE 2 hoodie and art book is. All right. I love collecting things. I like shit.
Hang on.
Don't ask me.
How much is it?
I'm not going to tell you. I upgraded it over time. It's a $480.
Oh my God. What the?
It was overtime.
But I got a Lego set for our anniversary.
Shut the fuck up. We also went out to dinner and all our stuff. You said we weren't. Oh my God. Really?
You got yourself a desk. And I still got you something. I got you some cookbooks.
You said we weren't doing it. Also, the desk was more out of necessity than it was listen, if I was going to buy something like new desk, I was going to get something nice, right? You got a puppy. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. She's sitting over here like she didn't get anything. She got a fucking puppy. It took me away.
Like Legos aren't cool.
I'm like, it took me a second since I'm like, I know you got something. I'm like, what? You got a fucking puppy. It's like, well, I didn't get shit.
I've done, I like Legos.
You see, look at her deflect now.
Time. No. It's hard to find the time. Puppy now. I have like 3 other Lego sets that Jamie's gotten me over the years that I haven't been able to put
She's
together
supposed to build them on stream because that's why we got them, because she did one of those build streams and everyone seemed to like liked it. And I was like, all right, we'll get you some more. And now she's just going to collect it. She has a collection of boxes she hasn't fucking opened. Puppies are way more expensive than the hoodie. Yes. Originally, the puppy was going to cost more than my desk. So shut your mouth.
People like me, and I managed to get a $2,500 dog for $500.
Yeah. So look at her acting like all you got was a Lego set. Shut up, Annie. Shut.
Well, firstly, that's not my dog. It's our kid's dog.
Oh my God. It's not semantics. All right. Getting all over the place, dude. So yes, player housing is coming. Honestly, I'm really fucking excited about it. I didn't realize how excited I was going to be about it until it started getting close. And I was like, I'm going to live out my... I know
that feeling well.
You cut out. You need to say it again.
I said, oh, I know that feeling well.
Yeah, you get excited when it gets closer? We got to figure out... your audio of your mic just fucking goes all over the place.
Just it has a mind of its own. It's fine.
I gotta get you a mixer like the one that I have, because like whatever the mixer will handle it. Whatever weird fucking thing happens with your computer where it decides I'm not listening to you anymore.
I feel like maybe it's your computer that's fucking up, because right now you are nothing but pixels on my.
Oh no, I know what that looks like, but I'm talking about you coming through the stream. It could be something like that. I do need to get you a wired connection. I meant to grab you an Ethernet cord before I started this, but I forgot. So we get that set up. But also once you're down here, it'll be whatever. Or you can always sit next to me now, and we can try doing the lap streams again. I mean, not that kind of lap stream, you fucking perfs. All right.
Earlier, he's setting up my setup, and I'm trying to put laundry away, and he angled the camera at the bed, and he's like, my bed's like right there. He's like, all right, you ready to stream? And I was like,
I want to make some extra money.
But yeah, for Patreon.
I'm really excited for the player house, especially the neighborhoods. So neighborhoods, essentially, basically what you're able to do is, and they've talked about this, if you can create like a private neighborhood.
Style.
You create a private neighborhood. If you get like 10 people to sign a charter, it's kind of the same idea of like making a guild. So that will allow you to have this private thing. You also have guild neighborhoods, which are endless. Like you can fit an entire guild in there. I don't know how that's supposed to work, because guilds can be fairly fucking large in WoW, but everyone's going to be able to get a plot. Or you'll have public ones, and I believe your private and the public have 50 slots, and then guilds are never ending. They just, I don't know how I want to know how that's supposed to work, because there's limited plots, but they must make additional instances. I don't know how it works. That sounds really cool though. But neighborhoods essentially are your player hub. Like it's the place that you're going to go. You're going to talk to the people that you play with, and all those things. Here in your Halloween costumes. Ooh,
I'm down.
That could be fun. We just have a bunch of porcupine quills.
Yes.
Is that what we're going to do? How are we going to do that? That's a good idea. That's a good suggestion.
I think we're running out of time to be able to put that together.
We can figure that out.
We have to get the big bat ears, and then I guess the hairstyles or whatever, but we need to get the quills.
That's true. We got to figure that out.
In war paint.
My take on Legion Mobile now makes sense. I'm excited to play House and WoW. Yes, bro. I don't like if you're not interested. I don't know why you're here, man. Like I don't give two flying fucks if you like what I like. I don't give a shit. Here's the thing too. Okay. If I were to go and stream in Ashes, I probably could get myself back up to like 100 views. I am completely fine streaming WoW at 8 viewers instead of playing that shit fucking alpha again. I'm just going to throw it out there. If you don't like the shit I do, or the shit I like, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. All right. You can fuck off, cunt. That's all I'm saying. You're getting the ban. Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, That's the thing. Like, I don't get this bi pussy. Have fun, bud. Like, Jesus Christ. There's the, there we go. See you later, dude. Eat a dick.
Bye.
Like, oh my God,
man. Well, wait, hang on. You're the pussy, but he immediately was like, wow, it was a joke, you soft little bitch, blah, blah, blah. I don't even think you went that hard at him.
Why am I so mad? I know, dude. That wasn't me being mad. Holy shit. Dude, here's the thing. Everyone always thinks I'm mad, but like, no one's ever actually seen me pissed. And that, like, I mean, Annie has. Me getting ranty versus me getting pissed is a completely different fucking thing. Just drive with me for a bit. You'll see. The Ashes dudes are the worst. Dude, I don't even think he's an Ashes
dude, but he's not even Ashes dude.
I don't know what he is. I don't know what the guy is. He probably is. He's probably a Ashes fanboy. I swear to God, the Ashes of Creation community is full of like the most incel pilled fucking players out of any community I've been in. Like, I just don't understand. You play any other game and it's their heart breaks. I can't. I know he said it was a scam, but I don't know, dude. I can't, man. Trust me, there's people still in the community that say it. And not everyone. I'm just saying, I'm not saying every fucking person who follows Ashes, because I still follow it, right? But I'm like, God damn, dude. It's just some of the most obnoxious fucking people on the internet. Sorry.
There's a lot of them on the internet.
Dude, I might be an incel, but I don't like pills. I think they make a pill for that. Oh my God.
A pill for everything.
And it's just in time for Drew to come in here too and be like, what's up, bitches?
What's wrong with playing house?
I don't know. Like, dude, how dare I like a system where I can be creative?
I play house every day.
How dare you like a system where you can be creative and do fun shit? Like, get fucked, dude. It was the same reason I was excited for freeholds. I wanted to decorate the freehold and do fun shit in it. Some people are so fucking weird too. And here's the thing. It's probably like, oh, well, I'd say he's gay, but he has a wife. So that one's not going to work. But I'm not going to play house because it's going to affect my masculinity. And it's like, dude, just like fucking play things you like.
Just like why you like. Oh my God.
Right, Jesus. If you like getting pegged, like that's on you. Like, I'm not going to judge.
Like it, don't yuck somebody's yum. Isn't that the...
Yeah, don't put your dick in my yogurt, bro. Oh my God.
Or do. I mean, you can do that too. That's fine.
Freeholds will be really good in the first expansion. That's true. Let's see. I'm excited for housing, but I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic, and Open has a tendency to find ways to fuck up good things. Here's the thing though. Every fucking person, I mean, you can see it now. You can see people playing it now, but almost every fucking person that's tested the alpha and has done the player housing are like, this is one of the best things that they have ever fucking put into WoW. And like, I've seen like people putting like literally making like little houses out, like, little shops out of their houses, like creating like little band, like, cause you can fuck around with like so many things to be able to create stuff. So like someone made a hello sign and then put out like a little market and shit. Or I saw someone, they used a gazebo and then like something to make a cannon looking thing. And I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool. And it's precisely why I'm excited to try to temper that excitement. I'm not the person to watch if you need to temper excitement. I am highly excitable. Good or bad. Good or bad. Everything's exciting.
Someone should tell that guy that if he played house, maybe he'd have a wife too.
Jesus. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be sneaking over Annie's house in the middle of the night when stream's asleep. I'm gonna have fun over.
Well, here's the thing too: is we're like you said, like RPers. So yes, having a house ties into the RP.
Well, that's the thing, right?
I like to play.
Yeah, because the reason that I play MMOs or like is for escapism. Like I want to escape to that fantasy world and play and exist. And housing is one of those things that really binds you to the world. Like it is a place where your character has a home. So you can go there after a long day of raiding, go take your armor off, put on your jammies. I got a jammy set. All right. I got myself I even found during the trial of style, there were a pair of boots that actually went with the black pajamas that I got for my character. I've got that all set up.
I got the Fey Dragon one.
No shit. Oh, you got wait. Did you get that today?
No, it was like last week.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Annie is wailing hard and wow. That is 3 big transmogs. Oh my fucking God.
What? No, it was 50% off. So it was only $7.
Oh, that is. That's true. Right now there's a spooky sales going on. There's a lot of stuff that's 50% off. Garrison sucked in Housing Will 2. People have short-term memories. Dude, have you looked into housing at all? Like, have you seen what you can do with it? Yes, Garrison sucked because Garrisons were ass. Dude, housing is fucking dope. Like, if you haven't seen any of the videos or any of the shit people are making, you can see it now. Don't leave this Twitch channel right now to go watch someone. But like, people are making amazing fucking shit. And like, it's just, oh my God, dude. I'm not even to try to convince you. If you think it's going to suck, it probably will suck for you. I probably one of those things where it's like, you don't care. Is Annie's house in WoW going to turn into a brothel?
For the animals. Remember, animal husbandry.
That's true. It's a breeding program.
Didn't they say at some point we'll be able to place our pets in mounts? So I don't think they're going to walk, but they'll stand.
They want to, but they have to overcome some technical hurdles. So here's the thing that I'm looking at with some of the, Annie loves when I talk about technical shit. So when I'm looking
hang on. I like, Hellspawn said, I remain convinced I was one of the few that absolutely love garrisons. And I'll say I didn't mind them, but that's also because I'm autistic and I don't like being around people.
Okay. Yeah. I like the garrisons to an extent, but I didn't like that it became the player hub because you would just hang out there and have the world chat there. And like the thing with neighborhoods is, yes, you can go in
the world chat.
I know you
I turned that.
Annie doesn't want to play with people. She is a solo MMO player. I
like people when I feel like peopling.
Right.
So I go into my garrison, I turn that shit off.
Well, and that's where, and I've kind of started to come to this realization that I think the RPG side of MMORPG, I think take that RPG first. So an RPG MMO, that's what I want. I like, and honestly, I think that's where WoW and Final Fantasy kind of fall. I need the RPG side first. Like that is how I get connected to the world. Like, so obviously, like we were following Ashes. If Ashes only gives me PvP as my main thing to do, I don't care. I'm not that like PvP is great when like, I really love early game with Ashes of Creation, early game where you're leveling up and you get into these skirmishes and these fights and things kind of break out organically. Every time that we get to the end of like a phase of an alpha, it's just people PvPing just to PvP or just wanting to like, stroke their EP. And I don't care. Like I don't get enjoyment from just randomly PvPing. Like I don't care. What I like is existing in the world and having that place where I feel connected with my character. If it's got like a rich story, if there's a lot of lore bits for it, like that's the shit that gets me hard as fuck. Right. It's good RP. Okay. Raging penis. That's what RP stands for. Okay.
Oh my God.
No, but no, like I really enjoy that side of games.
RP stands for, then what does ERP stand for?
Erect raging penis is what that stands for.
Oh my God.
No, but like that, like I'm thinking back to like all the games that I originally played when I was like a kid and I was growing up. Like I always gravitated towards playing RPGs, especially with games that give me a shit ton of customization. That's extremely important to me also. And like, to be honest, looking at the way that player housing is going to be, that's a lot of fucking customization. Enormous raging penis. There we go. AOC had my attention when I was getting excited for it until I heard there was going to be forced PvP. I like PvP, but I've dealt with enough toxic people to worry about that. But that's my
and I were just talking about that yesterday.
Yep. That
was one of those things because we started following Ashes really, really early on. And we're pretty well. I was super hyped about it really early on, and Jamie was kind of like, "Nah, I'll touch back on it later." And then I followed the development, like I got the newsletters and things like that. And then it was like, I guess after Jeffrey Bard left was when they started going really
like that's where it changed
into like the PvP aspect of things. But like even the dev streams,
yes, okay.
Jamie and I were talking about this too, where even with the dev streams, we never actually saw any sort of showcase or anything. Like obviously there was talk about the PvP, but we didn't see anything in any of the showcases really related to PvP until the Caravan stream.
Right. It
And
was
then it
leading
was
up
like,
to the alpha. They never showed PvP. So they always they shied away from it. And I think the reason that you do is, and I'd be interested to see what the new ads that they put out is. Do you highlight how PvP heavy the game is currently? I did see that always on PvP servers have always outlived PvE servers. WoW is because it creates. I don't know what you're doing there with the throwing WoW in there because it creates WoW release alliances, communities, or whatever. The thing is that most games that works in has faction based PvP. That's one of the reasons why Arcade was really fucking good, right? But also you're saying that the PvP servers outlive, but there's no PvP servers anymore. The game has war mode, but there's no such thing as a PvP server. So I would say PvE servers outlive the PvP servers. So I don't really understand the argument. I do understand like creating rivalries and things like that. Like I think that EVE Online is one of those games that it works really well.
It can add, pretty compelling gameplay for sure, but it has to be balanced, right? And that's the main problem I think with Ashes is, and obviously, of course, still in alpha and they're working on it, but there's just so much imbalance with the way their PvP is that it makes it a slog and it's no fun unless you're either super sweaty and that's all you want to do or whatever.
that was something for me, was like realizing, and it kind of sucks because I fell into this trap and I fucked up. So we had an amazing community that we had built through the podcast and everything. And then once the alpha went live, that transferred into the guild. And then the guild got a fuck ton of focus. And we eventually got up to around 300 plus people in phase 1. And that changed the dynamic of things, which kind of sucked, is because of us changing that. I neglected probably like the hardcore group that we had made throughout the years that, there's probably a good 10, 30 of us. I should have stuck to that. Looking back, I completely fucked our community by trying to have this big guild, but you can't really do much in Ashes without. So it kind of sucked.
Because right now it's the only way to really get anything in the game is by zerging. Like,
right, it's a fucking Zerg game. Like that's really how it is. Yeah, and I don't see them putting any systems in right now that even like, because they originally were talking about how they're going to deter Zergs.
Just the fact you need 1,000 wood to make fucking
we're literally the shittiest lumberjacks in any MMO.
Yeah, you need to like 10 people to go harvest 100 trees each so you can make one bow, and it's going to be common quality.
But yeah, no, I mean that aspect of it kind of sucks. And again, for people that want to be in large guilds or whatever,
obviously, but
but like I've always enjoyed having like these smaller, tight knit communities and stuff, and it kind of sucked going. And like I have like got to the point where I was building up. No one has that much free time. The unemployed do. Be a great game for the unemployed. But there's another thing too. So we've talked about this, is like, we backed this game almost 10 fucking years ago. That was 2 less kids ago, dude. That was 2 less kids ago.
One kid.
That was, I mean, between
3.
that was completely different careers ago, right? Annie's making more money than me now. When we first backed the game, Annie was working a part-time job, and I think we actually ended up kind of getting screwed on taxes because of it. So it actually didn't really help. But our lives have changed so much since following that yeah, I don't have the time to spend 16 hours a day grind. I say that, but with Legion Remix on this current tune, I have already put in 30 hours.
The thing though, you want to grind on your terms, not because you need to in order to have any ground held in the game.
Well, that was the thing, is like, if you start, because when I was playing PoE 2, I put in 200 hours in a disgusting period of time.
One of those is fun to be like, I just played this for 16 hours straight and I feel good about it. The other one is coming from a place of stress where you're like, I need to play this for 16 hours straight or longer, or else I'm going to get left behind, or I'm not going to get a freehold, or we're not going to get mayor, or whatever,
I had an insane amount of guilt when we started playing WoW again and I was not in voice. Because I was like, I'm not in voice. Like it felt like my time was no longer mine. So like I had this, like when I would sit there, I'm like, we're questing with people, and I'm like, am I supposed to be in voice? Like it was like almost this anxious feeling of, oh fuck, I have to be in voice. I have to sit in there. I need to do this. It was not a healthy way to play a fucking video game. I'll be real honest. It was very much not a healthy way to play a fucking game.
Arthas said I fell behind every time I played, and I'm the same way. And like I try, but like I have 3 kids. I have a full-time job that's pretty demanding, and saps a lot of my energy because it takes a lot of executive function. And then last thing I want to do when I do have some free time is get into a game that is also high stress in the sense that you are stressing out over whatever, like, and that there's not a lot to do except for stand in a corner and kill mobs. At least this was my experience up until I stopped playing back in like April.
I think since April that hasn't
and
changed.
I think
much.
It's about the same. Yeah. So, and then the only things to do that didn't involve standing in a corner killing mobs were all the PvP type stuff, which for me, like, can get stressful because I get a bit like tunnel vision-y and like fight or flight when I'm in those situations. Cause like I take it seriously. Like I don't want to get my ass kicked. I want to do a good job and I want to like not have my character degress because I got killed by another player because I have such limited time to play. So it's like you die once and that 2 hours I had to play, like all gets undone. And like, that's all I had to play that day was 2 hours. And then you die once and you're back to now I need to grind for another 3 hours to make up for that XP debt because whatever. But
their current loops are just boring and unrewarding. Yeah, I feel that. And here's the thing, right? It's obviously still an alpha. It has a lot of work to go, right? But I will say it was such a massive shock going from Ashes and then starting to play WoW again because there's so much to do. There's more now in the War Within than I've ever felt like there was in WoW, like, to the point where I was like, where the fuck do I start? And like, I've seen people actually complain on Reddit about this, that like they missed the classic experience because you just quested and maybe killed a boss 4 years after you're done leveling. But like now I like when we came in, I'm like, you got a spreadsheet of, all right, well, I got to get in. I need to do my delve track. I need to get my crest, my valor stones for upgrading my gear. WoW tricked me into enjoying a fucking a gear ascension system that I didn't realize I was doing. I was going to explain this because Annie and I were laying in bed and we're like talking about asset creation. Wow, all but MMOs. We're fucking nerds. We're laying in bed for like an hour, and Annie's like, "All right, I gotta go to sleep now." And then I'm like thinking, I'm like, "Hold on."
He just keeps talking.
WoW added a gear ascension fucking system, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing because Arcade also had their Haram gear that had an ascension system that I fucking hated. So essentially what ascension system is you are getting material to upgrade your gear into higher tiers, right? So WoW introduced Valor Stones and these different crests. You use those to upgrade your gear. The cool thing about the WoW system is that after you get to a certain amount, you unlock the next tier's appearance, which is really cool. And that's going to actually continue. They weren't sure if it was, but if you max out your heroic gear in Midnight, you will still get the mythic appearance. However, like it's cool. Like I'm hunting down for these pieces. I'm trying to get my item level higher. I'm trying to get the gear. I'm trying to chase, right? I love chasing. I love in games. If I have chase items, it's awesome. However, the way that WoW did it, I didn't realize that it was a gear ascension system until I stopped to think about it, where it was like, fuck, I just want to see number go up. I want good dopamine feeling. It was the MMO rebound. It was fucking crazy.
I wanted to touch on what Triple Killer said. They said, I think Ashes will have servers where the sweats
never mind. I get what you're saying.
I think Ashes will have servers where the sweats flock to, so people like us don't have to feel like we have to rush, or the shitheads will get to the city. Well, here's the thing, is in phase 1, there was the main ones was Resna server and Vyra server, and all the sweats went to Resna, and all the RPers for the most part went to Vyra, and we were on Vyra too. And like,
I miss Vyra.
It was so fun because everybody who was on that server, like, was, I mean, they're our peers, they take the game seriously. They want to like play out their stories and like be diplomatic and have all sorts of negotiations.
There were like rules of engagement and shit like that we created.
Like, yeah, people like creating, yeah, like Jamie said.
It was very fucking diplo heavy. It was a lot of fucking fun.
It was super fun. And then they no, it was starting into phase 2. They wiped the servers and stuff, and everybody who was on Resna, or almost everybody who was on Resna, all the sweats and the big Zerg guilds and everything, a bunch of them came over to Vyra because sweats eventually get tired of playing with other sweats and want to go shit on someone else's parade and like come over and ruin other people's day. And like, that's exactly what happened, is a bunch of them came over and like fucked up the whole vibe of the server, and it sucked. And like they just, and I mean, it was a cool moment too, because all of us who had built that rapport from the first phase kind of ganged up together against this other guild that had come over and stuff, and kind of tried to chase him off the server. But then like that only goes so far, because then everybody sees that there's all this cool stuff coming on Vyra, and we want a
that
piece
was
of
the
that
thing though, right?
too.
Yes. You had so many people that saw what we did with Vyra. It's like, when you've got a good state and everyone wants to move to the good state, but they bring all their shit politics with them.
Well, that's what happened.
Resna brought all their shit politics and then basically pushed out. I remember I was playing and I had people messaging me that we played with in phase 1 and phase 2. And they're like, dude, this sucks. They're like, this fucking sucks. Because like I said, our server had a completely different culture. And it was.
Well, then it was even worse too, because then they merged to only having one server.
Yeah, it's just I know.
Everybody was stuck with all the people they didn't want to play with. So, but
and again, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be super sweaty. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think Ashes should have PvE only servers either. The thing that I would like to see them do is have server designations of this is an official RP server. This is an official hardcore server. You know what I mean? Like at least, and people aren't going to stick to that, but having some type of designation of play style for servers, I think would go a long way for them. But I think they've really shot themselves in the foot by not giving a shit about those people. To be honest, because I've seen a lot of really good communities die following that. What my own including, to be honest.
Well, that's one of the things that I think is the word. Like they really need to reconsider at least having a tag. Like nothing else about the server needs to change, but like a tag that says like RP friendly or PvP friendly or whatever, or not even friendly, just RP PvP. So then people who that's the thing that they're interested in the most are like, oh, I'm going to go here because I'm going to be around other like-minded people.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I don't know if that's something they need to do in the alpha, but it's just
not the alpha, but it sounds like they don't care for doing that at launch either. Yeah. And I think that's because, like, to be honest, people who are like really into RPing want to play with other people who are also really into RPing. And I mean, obviously there's all the conversations that can happen outside of the game, but Ashes also says that they want to like have all this stuff for people to be able to like they have the platforms for guild, or this is all talk. I don't know where it's headed now, but like they want to have like stuff for like guilds, like an app or something to be able to manage your guild or whatever. And it's like, why not just cut out all these people having to orchestrate how they're going to play your game in your game outside of your game?
That was a big issue for me too. That was a weird thing coming back to WoW, because obviously a lot of people that were playing WoW, they don't join Discord because we have a guild chat in there. We have guild systems in there, and there weren't a lot of people. Obviously, some people like they'll use Discord for voice, but for a lot of the people that I was playing with, like they're content just exchanging through the game, which I was a really big culture shock too, because for Ashes right now, it's all played through Discord. 90% of my playtime as a guild leader in Ashes was played through Discord, which also was fucking annoying because people just blow my phone up constantly. If there's something that people need in my WoW guild, I just log in and I see that I've got a million missed messages from Droog asking about stuff. Just cleared a plus 20 of remix. Scaling is becoming an issue. Dude, there is someone on the PTR, I guess, that is up to soloing level 60s. Like, just it's gonna get nutty. It's gonna get nutty as shit.
It's fun. I kind of like how off the rails it is.
Right. That's the whole point though. Like that's the whole thing, is it's supposed to be you're supposed to break the game. And also I actually think one of the things that's really cool about that, because it's my tinfoil hat, server testing. Server testing. So we've noticed that right now, I think sometimes this shit's done on purpose. Everyone is using the fell tree because the fell tree is so good, right? The fell tree is really fucking good. And oh, your healer got one shot every pull. Oh, that's interesting. Your healer's got to buff their shit up, man. Oh shit. So that's the other way. They're not scaled up enough. But it's kind of interesting because the fell tree is like one of the most desirable trees to use right now. The interesting with that is that every player can have like 4 fucking minions out at any given time. So when you're on a world boss, you've got 40 players. Each one has four fucking demons out. Plus they all have their pets. It's a lot for the servers to handle. They must have known that going in. Like I don't doubt that they knew that going in. Annie's probably texting me right now telling me that she's wilting and she's ready for bed. I can see you doing it. I'm fucking, yep. Let's wrap this up soon. Just fucking say it that you're tired.
No, because it's going to mess up the podcast version.
Anyway, so
Jamie will talk forever. Like if I don't ever say anything, we'll be here until 3 a.m. because Jamie can just forever.
So anyway, I think one of the things too is that
holds me hostage.
My thought process is that this is allowing them to see certain issues and then them to be able to fix them later on for other things. And I think too, with the weird scaling and shit, like they're able to see, okay, what happens if we push shit really fucking hard? Because people are complaining that like even the scale tech, like I said, like some people, when they hit level 70, shit gets kind of fucked up. This gives them so much data that they wouldn't otherwise have. Like, what's it like if we just fucking let people run wild and keep getting 1% increases on this gear? Where did things break? How can we? So to me, excuse me, I think Remix is kind of an opportunity to test their systems and really push them, and also give a bunch of people participation rewards to come out to break shit. Like honestly, if I was developing, it's the same thing like when they did the collector's bounty, where they're sending people back to all these old raids with higher drop chances. They're not just doing that to give you stuff.
Wait. Do you mean while they're possibly doing server stress tests, it's actually fun for the player?
Yes. Oh my God. We don't need to do this. They're going to be fucking throwing shade for probably until we finally until that project either releases or dies.
I'm going to need a lot of therapy, guys. I really loved the idea of ashes. It's just sad.
It's just nothing but shade now.
This is coming from a place of disappointment.
It's fucking very the Heron here looks sick. Might get back into WoW just to make one. Bro, this is the really best time to get back into WoW. I'm just saying, this has been like Dragonflight was okay, right? Dragonflight was like, this feels amazing. A little different. It feels a little different. The War Within has been like
dragons.
The best. The War Within it's not the best thematically. I would say that thematically, War Within's kind of mid. Like, I won't look back at the War Within being like, that was the greatest expansion they ever put out. Midnight might change that. Midnight might be good. Like, they got to get something to put it up. I don't care who said, like, who you can disagree. Mists of Pandaria was probably one of the best expansions that has ever come out for WoW. I thought Mists of Pandaria was an amazing fucking expansion. It was just really good. I'm waiting for that. Like, where are we getting our Mist? Where are we getting Legion? Where are we getting Wrath? Like, I think Midnight could hit that. Cause like,
that was Cataclysm for me.
Cause she loves Deathwing, dude. Hard to agree about Mop. Yeah, I think Mop is one of the best ones.
Boy. That's my background on my computer is Deathwing. I like dragons a lot. So, and Deathwing is the coolest dragon.
Why do I think WoW is at the best right now? For me, it's the way it plays. It feels really good to play. Rating feels really good. Again, I like a lot of the reward stuff. The reward stuff feels good. There's also, I can go into WoW right now and do something to progress my character. It doesn't matter. It could be a delve. It could be Mythic Plus. It could be a raid. I can get in there and do something and feel like I'm not wasting my fucking time. And again, it could also be because I fucking played an alpha for a year straight. And now I'm seeing things that maybe I'm giving a bit more grace because I'm like, this could be so much fucking worse. But also, I'm having a great time. Like, for me, it's just, I wasn't having fun. Even like pugging for Vaulting Incarnates, I fucking hated it, dude. That's what drove me out of Dragonflight. It was fucking Razagath. I fucking hated trying to pug Razagath. You're chilling in Bronzebeard. I know there's a lot of people that have been checking out a lot of the private servers and stuff. I anytime that we've played on private servers, I end up back on retail. It's just I feel like they never can actually like. Again, this was old Blizzard too. Like at the time, I felt like they could never catch the quality, but I feel like that shit's coming back. It just not only that, but it's like they're listening to the fucking feedback. That's what I really like. Is that Ian?
I think it's exciting too, having Chris Metzen back on the project.
That too, dude.
Breathing some new life into it.
I also don't think a lot of people probably don't realize this or know this. Like, dude, I grew up playing Blizzard games. Like, that's what I played. Like, I brought my fucking Diablo. Like, I remember the fucking artwork for the fighter because I ripped it out of the book and I would fucking trace it and draw it all the fucking time. And then I would bring my Warcraft 2 fucking book with me to school and I would look at the artwork. And I remember looking at there's a goblin thing with the dragon. And you can see the girl's titties. And I was like, fucking second grade. I'm like, this is fucking so fucking cool, dude. And like, I played the fuck out of, I definitely didn't grow up. I guess I just got older, but I played the fuck out of Warcraft 2. I played the fuck out of Warcraft 3. I remember when I heard about World of Warcraft coming up because we went down, I believe it was North Carolina. I went down to North Carolina to visit my, my uncle and my cousins and my, honestly, a lot of them are actually deceased now, which is kind of sad, but I went to go visit my cousin. And he's like, did you hear about what they're doing with Warcraft? And I was like, what? And he's like, dude, have you seen? So I remember him showing me like the trailer for World of Warcraft in his room. And I was like, I'm sold, dude. I was like, this is it, dude. So I don't know if people understand how much I fucking love Warcraft, period. Just Warcraft in general. I was obsessed with Warcraft 2. That's really when it started. And I remember I had different copies of it because I remember my dad gifting it to me, but we would play the fucking bunch of Blizzard games. My dad was really into Blizzard games. So like, there's a lot of history there for me with the stuff. So yes, now I'm coming back and I'm looking at, I really like the way Liberation of Undermine played. I love Mana Forge Omega. Ghost of Koresh has been fucking great. I'm really looking forward to Midnight. There's just a lot of things that feel really fucking good to play. And dude, hands down, Prot Warrior is the best fucking tank out of any MMO that's ever been created. Still going. I know Annie told me we got to get to bed. We got to wrap it up soon. I'm ranting at this moment, but because someone was asking me like, what do I like about WoW right now? And it's just, I'm just enjoying my time. I think that's what it is. Also, my kids are getting older. We did, and we probably should stream one of these. We did a dungeon run with our 3 kids.
Our first ever family dungeon run.
Right. We did our first ever family dungeon run. And it was more chaotic than I was expecting it to be. I knew it was going to be rough. I did not expect.
God, our son, who's he's turning 6. Is he turning 6?
Yeah, he's turning 6.
The end of this month. He just he wanted to be the tank. He kept running to everything, but like he wasn't attacking anything. He was just running through the dungeon.
Right. He was my son was just fucking face tanking he's just run up to it. And I was like, dude, come back. Cause we had him set up so they could hear us on Discord, but they couldn't talk.
He'd stop for a second and then just keep going.
And then I was talking so my middle child was there too. Right. And she was playing a monk and she learned as we're doing the dungeons that she could heal. So she was just like every so often just spot healing. And then she said that when she was playing, she noticed there's a bookshelf and she's like, and then I was like, my character's going to just sit over here and read books. And I was like, oh my God. But
it was like herding cats. Our oldest got mopey because she wanted to go do something else. She didn't want to heal.
She didn't want to be the healer, but I was like, you have to. You're the only child capable of healing. I'm tanking. Mommy's doing DPS because that's the tunes. I was like, please. And she healed fine. She was on our evoker and she was healing. She did really fucking well. She kept us alive while her 2 siblings were playing like dumbasses. It was so fucking good. And I think that's also one of the reasons.
And hung up the Discord call.
Yeah, she hung up the Discord call. She didn't want to heal. She's like, it's so boring. I don't like healing.
Well, we did one dungeon. It was fine. And then it was the second dungeon. She didn't want to do it. She was like, I'm done.
come on.
Like, one more. And then she's like, fine. But then she hung up the
She's
Discord.
fine. She hung up. She's like, I'm not talking to you guys. But no, so I mean, even that, so like one of the reasons why I'm excited about playing WoW is that like in my head, right? The first time that we had played WoW, I mean, MMOs have been a big thing for Annie and I. We're doing a fucking podcast, right? About MMOs. Like we talk about MMOs. We backed Ashes. We spent way too much money on Ashes. So like
kid.
We bought our kid got a fucking has an alpha key, right? Which now those alpha keys are gonna be like worth $50 during this next whenever. So
yeah,
I bet that's when
I bet it drops
that's
like
probably
50. That's probably one of the sadder things is that Ashes is just not nor should it be child friendly, but it was really difficult because kids just don't have as much time as like older people do to play. And so like we leveled much faster than she was able to. And like we try to go back and play with her, but she'd try to find groups with guildies in our guild, but she's also shy. So she doesn't want to, nor should she be like a voice call with strangers, trying to level. So she really struggled to even get anywhere with her characters because she had to be in a group in order to level.
I left a pretty sour taste in her mouth, to be honest.
Yeah, and so then she just didn't even want to play anymore, and then so that stunk. And we're like, well, this was supposed to be the game that we like, and maybe later down the road she'd come back to it, but we were hoping that it would be the game like for our family. And
yeah, like I mean, again too, like it'd be like her biggest thing too was like, it was just she didn't have any other way to grind like play it. It's like, and this is why I do think like Ashes is not thinking about the current market in how games are. And right now they're looking at doing a ad run, right? To get more feedback. And Steven already has essentially pushed me out of the community because anytime I talk about shit now, people just say I create content for drama farming, which I'm like, go fuck yourself, because I just give my opinion about things. I don't try to make content to get clicks. Like, it's great to have a community. I'm going to vent a little bit. I can't even talk this pisses me off. I can't even talk positively about the fucking game in a dev stream now because every time I fucking talked in the Discord, Steven would bring up, oh, content creators just make drama for clicks and they're negative just for views. Bitch, I'm fucking negative because your product sucks. Like, that's why I'm talking about it. And a lot of times I would talk about it from a position that I'm not even in. I would try to talk about it in the casuals perspective, right? I try to talk about it in a way that you can say it was successful, but it's not successful yet. It's still in fucking alpha. It's not successful. And like, people need to start realizing that there were 100,000 people that backed it. 30,000 showed up for the original phase. And there's probably like 5,000, 8,000 people still testing. It's not successful right now. Like, that's what people need to realize. They got my money, didn't they? I mean, I've spent a lot of money on a lot of dumb shit. It's not hard to get my money. Like, that's not a good, like, I've spent money on really dumb fucking things. Yeah, Steven was just wants a yes man. He's fucking messaging content creators saying like, oh, well, you guys should be like Dusty. Fuck off, dude. He got pissed off because of a fucking tweet that I put out and came at me like, oh, I thought we were friends. Dude, I was making a fucking joke. So I'm like, dude,
like months ago too.
It was so fucking uncomfortable. I'm sitting here playing a game and I get a DM from Steven, like a sob story, because I made a joke on Twitter. Get the fuck out of my DMs. Looking back, hindsight, that shit with Narc was cringy as fuck, dude. It was so fucking cringy to think that like you think about this, right? A small content creator, because we're going to say what it is. Narc had sub 100,000 followers. A CEO of a company then goes on to blast him and then to cry about this dude and potentially like need to make a defamation suit because he's mislabeling the project. Bro, the fucking all the dev streams you guys showed mislabeled the fucking project. Like, fuck off with that shit. Like, looking back, that shit is cringy as fuck. And yeah, Steven cannot take a fucking criticism to the point where now anytime people talk about something in a negative light, in giving negative feedback, right? It's just, oh, you're a doomer. You're this, you're that. I got so fucking sick of it. I'm like, you know what? If this fucking crashes and burns because you don't want to listen to the feedback, so be it. I don't give a fuck anymore. That's my real reason for backing out of this fucking, like, the whole thing. Because I'm like, I can't even make content now talking about my genuine feelings or opinions on this and listening and talking to other people that were more casual in what their experiences were. Like people from the Loreforge guys that are fucking gone. Like, I've talked to their guild members that were there and it's just like, what happened there? The people that have left or whatever. Ashes is in a spot where they want to advertise now to a broader audience. Do you think the broader audience is going to give a fuck about a PvP game? No. So what's Steven going to do? Oh, this game's not for you. How many times are you going to say that before you push everyone out of the fucking door? Again, people can love the game. Like, that's absolutely fine if you like it. I do think the game should exist, but I think there is no like forethought of the market in what the market wants and the reason why these games have adapted and changed it the way they do. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a PvX game, but I think if you stick with these 1999 style fucking systems, they're going to be in a bad spot. But again, I'm also not afraid to eat my words. If I'm fucking wrong, great. But I've been around so many fucking MMOs, Kickstarter MMOs, ones I've also backed, and I've watched the same fucking patterns happen. And it was the same feeling I got when I had this job at this place where shit was going south. Everyone starts leaving, and I'm like, I think I should fucking leave. And you know who left Ashes? Bacon. And you know what Bacon did? He went over to New World and implemented a bunch of their systems that they still haven't put into the game. Look at the new New World systems. The scaling boss difficulty, that's in now. A lot of the procedural tech, that's in now. So I'm saying, like, I don't know. We'll see, man. But yeah, that's my rant. That's my fucking rant about this shit. I don't want this podcast to be me bitching about Ashes. Because I'm sick. Here's the real thing, guys. I'm sick of making negative content. I really am. I'm fucking tired, and I'm sick and tired of making negative content. So that is one of the main reasons too for the Switch. I just want to play fun things.
Yeah, that's literally also the reason why we stopped doing tangents of creation. Well, actually evolved tangents of creation to have a more broad name. Because we didn't want to talk about Ashes anymore because it just felt like all we had for the most part was salt, because just many different reasons. But again, still hopeful that it turns into even like a fraction of what we had hoped for. Like, I think that would still be a success. But it's just at this point not something we're interested in.
Right. I would much rather sit here being hyped about player housing than looking at why the fuck are you marketing an alpha when the only other game that's ever done that, period, out of any other game was Star Citizen. It starts to raise a lot of red flags of what the fuck are you doing? It's an alpha, dude. You don't like marketing an alpha is just, I don't want to get into it. There's a reason why I've tried to move the content somewhere else. I know a lot of you guys follow me for Ashes. I know I was there, right? We've interviewed Steven. We've done a lot of these things. So I know I'm still attached to it. And also I still jump in the Discord. I still look at everything. I look in there quite a bit, right? So I'm aware, man. I play more than Ashes. Here's the thing though, dude. Like, I would get so much shit if I tried to. Like, I think a lot of people didn't realize that either. Like, if I picked up another game, everyone thought like I was done because I was playing Grand Theft Auto online. For the first time, I was like, I've never played this. I lost myself to it for like 2 weeks and was like, are you ever coming back to the guild? I'm like, fuck off, dude. I'm on vacation. Just let me play a fucking video game. Like, don't be fucking like, oh my God. I don't want to get into it. Some people were just, it's fucking cringe. Some of that shit was just really fucking cringe. Let's see. I mean, the first time that ever hearing about you, you seem chill. That's much I can follow. Thanks, man. I try to be chill, dude. Yes, we're polygamorous.
Polygamorous.
Steven has to realize
different games.
Steven has to realize what our CC's going to, so the audience, so to the audience when they stop playing, after he tells people to step back if they feel bad about the game. Yeah. Well, I've said too.
Step back and you get ostracized.
Well, I've said too is like you have 100,000 people that you could send a newsletter out to ask, hey, what do you think about the game? Because Steven's like, oh, well, we need new people so they can give their feedback because it's important. What about the 100,000 people that backed your game? Like, why don't you ask them, why'd you stop playing? Why don't you come back? Like, why can't we get more than 50 people to come to the PTR? So that's that. That's not how I wanted to end this episode. God damn it. Oh, guys, stop pulling that spot,
guys.
It is. Stop pulling this shit out of me, guys. There's a lot of rage in there, man. I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to play with my dolls. Let's see. I stopped playing because I have a life and I need to make money. Dude, yeah. It's been funny to see how much you've changed your tune on Ashes. Have I changed it though? Because I was fighting for the 2017 version of Ashes, which was when Jeffrey Bard was there. And again,
well, and here's the thing on it though, is I mean, we were going off of what we've been told in the Kickstarter and the wiki, and then the alpha came out and we're like, this is not what we've been told. And then, but give it time, it's gonna come, and it's
there's a pick your poison. Coming. Oh shit. I see. Okay, pick your poison. After dark. Give me 1 second. Because I don't know where those cards are, but we'll make one. Give me 1 second. Because we've started.
Also, like when they have files that are named fake story arc.
Yeah, dude, when there's files named fake story arc, or like the Asmon character creator was literally art assets. That's all it was. There was no engineering behind that.
Those things, once you start seeing those things, that's when the hype starts going away.
Data mine the fucking files, right? If you go through the files, right, and you're going through and you're looking through and you start finding things labeled fake story arc, fake personal story arc. You find the Asmongold eyes, nose, like it's just a fucking art asset. It wasn't real. Like that, that's whatever. And you know what fucking sucks? It's not saying that Narc was right. It's proving Lucky Ghost right. And that hurts me more than fucking anything.
That hurts Jamie's soul.
That hurts me more than fucking anything is the fact that Lucky Ghost will get to be right about Ashes of Creation. And that hurts me.
Someone's going to clip this and send that to him because he has you blocked.
He does have me blocked. God gave that dude so much shit. Let's see. Hold on. I was full on cultist who was vitriolic towards people saying the same shit he's saying now. I was never vitriolic towards people. I don't get that part, dude. I would joke around. Some people take me way too seriously, dude. Like I think that's the problem. They'll jump into a stream where I'm like ranting. And they're like, this guy's always angry because someone's like, it was in the dev stream the other day. But we're like, can't you just like take a joke? And I'm like, you need to hang out more, bro. Because like, what the fuck?
Life is a joke. So,
I really wish hindsight when Steven messaged me and said he was disappointed that I should have said that I've been a disappointment my whole life. So this didn't really change anything. Let's see. I need an After Dark. Pick your poison. Make it good. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Would you rather every time you lie, a piece of clothing disappears, or for 5 minutes, your reflection acts out your darkest fantasy, whether you admit it or not?
Sorry, say that again.
Would you rather every time you lie?
The second one.
Okay. For 5 minutes, your reflection, like the mirror of you, acts out your darkest fantasy, whether you want to admit it or not.
My reflection does it?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, that doesn't seem that bad, but I think I'd pick the first one because that'd be comical. And the very first thing I would say is I'm not wearing any underwear, and then it would be a lie, but then it would be true.
Oh my God, dude.
But also maybe the second one because I'd want to know what actually would be classified as my darkest fantasy.
That'd be true. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to see this. Why am I so hard?
But I would want to see it though, because it's my darkest fantasy.
That's true. Like I'm gonna sit and enjoy this, I guess. I think the lie thing would be interesting. I would like it so that everyone who's around me that lies loses a piece of clothing. Because then I'm like, what? You sure about that? I feel like that could be kind of interesting. All right, so I guess
guys. The first one could get problematic though, because like sometimes at your job, like you have to not necessarily lie, but like, well, like for example, like I have staff members now, and like let them know that, oh no, it's okay, like you didn't mess that up, it's fine, like we're good. But then like your shirt disappears.
Oh yeah, all right,
you know guys. What I mean, like the niceties that could be problematic.
All right, guys. So that has been this episode of, oh my God, Bind on Pickup. Took me a second. This has been this episode of Bind on Pickup. It's a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to the player housing. Everyone is able to download the PTR and get into player housing to test all that system. If it's something you're interested, really make sure you do that. And I'm also planning to do some streams and check that out in between, trying to figure out when the fuck I'm going to play retail and get into Legion Remix and continue to do that shit. I'm having a blast with all of that. Does it make me a casual Care Bear Crybaby? Sure. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is about me.
Like what I like.
I like what I like. All right. Listen, I hate chocolate, guys. Do you guys know that? I fucking hate chocolate unless it's paired with peanut butter. I don't care if you like that or not. I don't care. You eat all the chocolate you want. Doesn't bother me at all. Red segue. Tomorrow we're going to be getting up. We're going to be doing some coffee with chaos. We're going to find something. We're going to pick something and watch it. And we're going to talk about that. I have some stuff that I would like to see. Although I don't know. I was going to pick the 40 spec class change and all those things and look at all the changes that happened there. However, that is an hour-long video, so that means it would be a 5-hour stream, and I'm not supposed to do that. So we'll have to look for something. Idle actually put out a video recently about WildStar that I kind of want to check out, so maybe we'll watch that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. This has been Bind on Pickup. I've been Jamie Chaos, and this is Late Anie Lace.
Pick me up and bind me.
Jesus Christ. All right, guys, have a good night.
That's going to be
like
the catchphrase.
Maybe that. Maybe we'll watch the Idle video. I haven't watched any of his stuff in a long time. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Also, make sure if you guys have drops or whatever, you can get this drop. I never talked about it. Oh my God, I got close out. Hold on. Guys, right now there is a link in my down on my channel for Rogue Energy. You can get they just released a new flavor. They're doing pre-orders for that. It is like a kind of Sprite-like flavor. I wish I knew the fucking, I don't know why they sponsor me. I probably should have looked up the flavor name. It's like almost like a lemon lime flavor. I really want to check it out, but you guys can get 20% off your order if you use code chaos. And there's a link down in the description. You guys can go and use that. That's for YouTube and for Twitch, whatever. All right, guys, have a good night.
Bye.
I know.
Oh
yeah, I got a raid. Hold on. Thank you. Let me see. Oh my God. Where's the button?
Rating.
What am I doing? I don't know. Let's see. We're new here. We're new to this category. Same category, smaller, similar size. I always feel like it's like playing Russian roulette. Like, are we gonna send you guys somewhere good? Hey, I sent people to her last time. This is Morgan. Wow. So we rated her last time. We'll rate her again. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Adios.
She looks like she's playing Legion Remix if you guys are into it. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a good night. Bye.
It's Legion Mobile.
Legion Mobile.